Nice system.
It's really fun, yeah.
Ba-da-ba.
I'm kind of meh on Luminera.
Why?
It's a fun system once you get into it.
I don't know the
Yeah.
system, but the universe seems really interesting to me.
The system, why I have a problem with the system is because Monte Cook.
Okay.
Monte Cook is a fantastic writer in the sense that he can write campaign settings, worlds that you get lost in, and really awesome.
Mhm.
Please keep him away from designing a system.
Fair enough. Well, hello and welcome to Verghast Crusade Clans. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Deadlights, and joined with me is Baltor,
Hello, I'm playing Faye.
Serene,
Heyo, playing Peepo,
and a
With
small
dogs.
horde of doggos.
and a small horde of doggos.
Tyr,
Hi, I'm Hayden.
and Grey.
Hi, I'm playing Rizmir as a medic.
Dean will join us later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just messaging Rach so she can listen in if she wants. Yeah. So last time, you had just left the shuttle. The big
Shuttle.
the
Command
command ship. Sorry. And yes, you have a number of individuals with you.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. And also, we got a bit of loot and some corpses and slash prisoners even.
You actually didn't get any corpses. You only got prisoners, I believe.
We only got prisoners?
Yeah, you got a Tyranian, two Vrenians, a Nagi.
What the fuck? We got all of a shit?
And
Yeah.
you've actually like done your job as a salvage and recovery regiment.
Mm-hmm.
You also got a
Oh.
ghost.
Yeah, we did.
And a worm colony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nagi.
Well,
Nagi.
that's a Nagi.
That's a Nagi.
It isn't really a worm colony, it's just more like a giant worm.
No, it is a worm colony. It's a
Yeah, it's
number of worms all interconnected.
We did get some like random gear, like some pistols and whatnot.
Yeah, you got some random stuff from salvaging the Valkyries.
No, I'm talking like about like on this battlefield.
Oh
right here,
yeah,
like, because I mentioned like I'm grabbing some pistols, some
Yeah.
small items, whatever.
yeah, that's noted down as various gear pieces.
Okay.
So yeah, the first question is how do you you have to get back to your Chimera. How do you go about doing it?
We take the long way around
Mhm.
first. Meaning,
Well, okay. It kind of depends where we are.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
we know-
still in the valley.
we know we're in the valley, so we're gonna follow the boob trap setting, and we're on our mini map. We move along the river, and yeah, at the end of the valley, we go up the hill, and we're gonna circle about half a day around the valley.
Okay.
So, for the first time, I would say Faye and me are following Anza
Yeah.
on the cliff to basically still provide cover.
That's fine.
Can we first maybe ask? I want to ask Faye and Brismere like if they see like a way out of the valley onto the cliff ahead.
Crap, what's the massive spot on my face?
Probably as soon as we get into the deeper valley, and the cliffs are maybe a bit slanted, we have grapple lines, hook lines and hooks, so we could lower that down and we just haul up the prisoners because they're unconscious, right?
Not all of them, I don't think.
They're unconscious.
The Moradin is, the Herenians are because they keep screaming. I think the Trellian's just cuffed.
I know the Nagi is conscious. He's conscious because
Yeah.
he's following people.
Yes. This is the big thing. I need to know what you're doing with the Nagi and Peepo. because you're traveling with non. You're not. It's not just non-clans people. You're traveling with like Imperial officers and stuff.
At some point, I imagine we're gonna have to stop and camp. At which point, people will take the ones that we're not turning in and go set up a separate camp and just wait for the others to do what they have to do.
So you're going to travel with them for the time being.
Yes, up until
Yeah.
they camp and we have a chance to break off without being noticed.
So Falcon mentioned this to like the prisoners about the people. He said that he's in disguise. That's what he said.
Yeah. But the Nagi's very obviously not in disguise.
Yeah.
No, there's a human in there somewhere. I promise.
Yeah, the problem is, how can we even transport a Navy?
He's coming with us, like by his own will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's currently... His movements are very... They aren't very graceful, they're very... lumbersome. Earlier on he was much more graceful in his movements. They were actually... You know,
Because he lost a lot of his
yeah, he's
constituents,
lost a
so-
lot of his colony. He's probably down... He's still probably size 6, but he's a small size 6. If that makes sense. This is the thing, the size bracket is quite vague.
Yeah.
He's lost his shield.
I tried my best. I tried my best to bring it along.
It's a
Just too damn heavy.
It's a solid slab of metal.
Exactly. I ain't that strong.
Yeah.
If like the our like liberated prisoners, like the Imperials, like they start like questioning, I'm gonna tell them to like not worry about it, and our guy has it under control. And by our guy, I would mean people. He's in disguise.
Okay. Yeah. I imagine you're not just like walking. I assume you're not having the Nagi walk next to the Imperials.
Oh no, that
Yeah.
is a bad idea.
Yeah, like the Imperials don't really have weapons per se. They've got a few Xeno ones, but they don't know how to use them for the life of them. And none of you have given them weapons. I don't think even people even has Imperial weapon anymore.
I actually don't have a single Imperial weapon. You're correct.
This is fair enough. So yeah,
Well, you
Well, actually,
don't
there was one officer. Wait, I was actually not officer. I mean, he was a ship captain.
yes.
Mhm.
Well, so at least that ship captain can defend himself. I will give him my last pistol.
He's Imperial Navy.
I think one of the troopers would know how to use that better. Like, I'll be honest.
I mean, sorry, everybody should know how to use a pistol.
Yeah, but like he's not gonna be like very good with it.
No,
Yeah,
but it's just status.
okay. Balto, there is a difference between being high ranked and actually knowing how to use a gun.
Especially in the Navy. Like that guy probably has never shot like a person in his life.
You're obviously better off giving it to the Voidborn Trooper,
Yeah.
who has probably still seen less combat than the 3 Reclaimers. Actually, no, he's probably seen more combat than the 3 Reclaimers, because the 3 Reclaimers are rubbish. I've forgotten that. They
You've
have, like,
forgotten what
no-
the reclaimers are.
Hmm?
You've forgotten what the reclaimers are.
Well, I kind of get Balto's like idea of giving it to the officer because like that guy is you know he's not gonna be unreliable or something. He's gonna do his job. He hasn't attained like the rank of captain.
And knowing that, it also kind of builds a bit of trust between us, that we trust him with weapons. That we kind of can get a favor from him maybe down the line.
He's giving you lots of questionable looks, but at the same time you did just save him, and several of you are on massive lizards. That seems to just like... and these lizards are just like, as you're walking, every now and again there's a body, they just pick them up and just...
Swallow them whole.
Not whole, but like, they're ripping them in two with ease.
And then wait, whose lizard is it still? Whose Songak is this?
Hayden's.
It's
Hayden's.
probably Hayden's.
No, what's the name of it again, actually?
Nick.
Snack.
Like,
So, you will probably sometimes tell the no, bad snake. Put it down, snake.
snake.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
I mean, from what I know, only Snack and Sparks are
Yeah, that's true.
in the valley as lizards.
Yeah. Dio is doing the classical stormtrooper thing of hiding in the trees,
Mm-hmm.
He's
as
a
opposed
forward
to
scout.
doing what a stormtrooper is meant to do, which is
That
to
is-
be the bodyguard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Like,
Oh,
he's
well.
probably scouting ahead, to tell you the truth. That's a
Mhm.
very Dio thing to do.
Yeah. But
Probably
yeah,
like a
like
mile ahead.
we're probably like trying to go quite fast through this valley here because like there's still enemies behind us technically, and we want to like get out of dodge before
Yeah.
they regroup
yeah.
and do something about it.
I believe you're just towing the ghost along.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because I couldn't figure out how to get it working, so I got it to like its
Oh.
grab plates to work, and that's it.
Mhm.
You turn the key.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
you can tow it easily enough.
I just tied it to Snake's tail.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
We can
So-
probably put like some unconscious prisoners like on the ghost, tied in. Oh yeah, why not?
We're not putting any
Cope Scouts.
Tyrellians on that damn thing. They know
No.
how to work them.
Well, of course, if they're unconscious and cuffed and well bound and
Uh,
gagged.
The Tyrellian is cuffed. I think. Did you get cuffs in the prison cell?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Then yeah, the Xeno cuffs, while they're quite fiddly, they're actually like they're much more sci-fi. They're like a clamp. No, not clamp. They're a disc with two it's a bar with two half circles on the end, and when you activate it, like the other halves are like energy beams, which adjust to the cuff. The not cuff.
Actually, I have an even better thing, and that's we take the liquor cuffs on the Iranians and the Morden, and we put the cuffs we had on
no.
Peepo on the Tyrellian.
You haven't cuffed
Um,
Peepo for like 5 minutes, for like 2 sessions.
Yeah.
hmm I'm
I
like,
mean- Wait, what? No, we did uncuff people before.
Yeah, you
we,
uncuff
did
Peepo
this.
because he needs to actually be
But-
useful.
Yeah, we have, however, only one set of those Xeno Shakos, and those are keyed to Tyrellians. So
Yes,
the
that's why.
Tyrellian
That's
is
why
the only one we can effectively cuff with them.
so I was saying that the cuffs we used on people, we should use on the captured Tyrellian.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
you're fine.
that is it. Why isn't like nothing that even looks remotely like what I'm describing? Jesus. Google.
We should probably keep the Nagi in front of everybody so that they don't get paranoid that he's gonna shoot that giant plasma cannon at him.
You think? I was thinking like actually behind everyone so that they don't see him and they don't get paranoid.
I think they'd rather see him than have to worry about him shooting them because we can't really
Yeah.
take the plasma cannon from him because it's really
Well,
heavy.
it's your like prisoner, quote unquote. So you do whatever you want. I don't really know if it's a prisoner actually, but you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my best friend right now. Don't worry about it.
This
Yeah.
is what I imagine the cuffs to be like. The tower cuffs.
Oh, nice. It
So
was,
the blue bits are actual energy when activated. You haven't worked out how to deactivate them.
oops.
So you've cuffed these Tyranians and the Morlin, and you have no idea how to uncuff them.
Oops.
I could probably figure it out, but I'm not going to because I don't care enough.
Oh, this is really like the oops. We did something wrong.
I don't think I really care either. Like,
No.
fuck
Yeah,
it.
no,
Nobody
Yeah.
cares.
nobody cares. That's fine.
It's perfectly fine that they are cuffed.
Unless they want to become my squire, I don't care. And be internally servitude to me.
What else? What we also could have done was make them like a bit of a chain, like one left hand of one Iranian and the right hand of another in one cuff, so they're cuffed together.
What are we making the old time like 50s like little chain
Yeah.
Slave
why?
chains.
Yeah, the slave chain.
Oh gosh.
Need to get them pickaxes so that they can start working and singing.
Yeah. It does
Jesus.
take you a while because you have a number of prisoners to transport, as well as several of the freed Imperials are wounded. Most notably the Tech Priest.
Yes.
He's
I,
quite battered.
I do use the cartographer tools, which are really good for this, good quality for this zone, to guide our way back to our vehicle. If that's possible.
Sorry, what?
The cartographer tools, which had good maps for this area,
Yeah.
we're going to use, well, at least we're using that to get not lost on the way back to our...
Yeah, I wasn't going to make you roll to not get lost back to the way you came.
Okay, thanks. I never know.
Also, I like how Cynical asked about NPC regiments. And so Threadman said they can't be anything like Inquisitors, Psychic Commanders, anything like that. So people's suggestions were Rogue Traders, Custodians, and Thunder Warriors.
What's next? Space Marines?
Thunder Warriors are the first generation of Space Marines. Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
What about sororitas?
Technically, there is a Sororitas regiment on the planet. Regiments. There's like 30 Sororitas, and only about 3 of them are actually doing anything.
no, we need an entire regiment of clerks.
We have that.
We have
Do
to.
we?
We have
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
need
it's not the
another one,
entire.
damn it.
It's not the entire regiment, but unfortunately, a bunch of clerks got like roped into an actual guardsman regiment. Like 300 plus clerks are like frontline troops now.
I'm sorry, I'm actually just imagining clerks sitting on the front lines going against the heretics. Like, before you shoot me, you should fill in paper A.
No, they actually have desks set up. That's what the actual like trench is. It's just a bunch of desks that are like spaced apart, so the walkway is just in between the chairs. Everybody that runs at them, like, hold on, sir, form 6B to get past this desk. 6B. Sign there, there. Also, I'm gonna need this and this.
And then like as he's signing, he just pulls out a pistol, levels a shot, fires like 3 times, can't aim, and then finally hits on the 4th one. Like,
His final words are, for the bullet, it's form 7.
like there is actually a clerk in Orphans as one of the people, one of the guards.
Speak our.
Gigart, yeah.
Gods.
To be fair, he's braver than our sergeant, who is an actual guardsman.
Yeah.
This is true.
Apparently, Rachel is part of the clerk regiment, and she's the only one with any DACA. Has a lasgun with 60-10.
You're not the only one. You were talking about orphans there, Rachel. Where are you talking about this, by the way?
She sent it to me in a DM.
Oh yeah. No. You're not the only one with DACA, Rachel. I still got my plasma cannon.
I think she's talking about the clerks
Oh, okay.
specifically.
Yeah, the clerks.
Yeah, no. One of the clerks was a PC and now company commander. Not company commander, contact. My brain
A
system.
clerk is a company commander. Fucking kill me now.
To be fair, not Tasso, Aros could probably get away with it. You got there's enough people around. But anyway,
Moving on.
moving on. So yeah, it takes you quite a while, but eventually, by about nightfall, you reach where you hid the Chimera. The Chimera is still there.
Nice. Yeah, we had hidden it really, really well.
Yeah, it's like still hidden when you believe it. It's still there.
I
Derek
think our
Pitts.
exact thing was we knocked a tree down in front of the entrance.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. Because you got like 10 degrees of success or something stupid.
Yeah.
You
We
can't
had
navigate
left,
to save. You can't navigate to save your life, but you can hide your Chimera. Oh, you're
That's
out.
all that matters. That's all that matters.
We had left the pilots there, along
And
with
Brisbane's comrade?
yeah, the
Derek.
comrade. Yeah.
Comrade.
Yes.
Yes.
Nurse Derek, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Derek.
Nurse Derek informs you that the pilot did wake up for a brief period of time.
Okay.
She's currently under anaesthetic at the moment because she's in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Should return to base as soon as
Yes.
possible.
Yeah.
It is unlikely that in her current state she'll be able to walk again.
Mm.
Or it'll be a miracle.
We have a working vehicle, fortunately. Barely
Is she a
working.
pilot?
but it's working.
Pilots don't need legs most of the time.
They do.
They do.
Do they? Is that like a Warhammer thing that they need their fucking legs?
Yeah.
That's
it's
a real
also a
thing?
real world thing. You planes
back
have
in-
pedals.
Oh, they do nowadays, don't they? My brain is. I'm so used to old planes because I used to look into them.
They always had.
No, not always. A huge thing that they used to do is remove the legs because the blood flow would go there, so they just remove some pilots' legs. There wasn't many that did that, but it was still a big enough thing.
Yeah, I know early planes did that, but
Hmm.
the Imperium doesn't use early planes. They don't use flipping biplanes, Serene.
Ah.
Do I have to go get that biplane picture?
No, we
Imperial
don't. It was
No,
like
we know.
5 times that light.
Yeah.
I'd like to see
Good.
it. I'd like to see it.
No!
I would too.
I'm gonna have to do it now just to make Tyr salty.
Put it in the memory if you haven't already.
I don't know if I have. I'm gonna have to find it.
Fucking hell.
Clear that salt.
Can we just play the fucking game, dude?
No!
Huh?
Alright, time to look at the GM channel and report the deadline so he gets mad.
Oh, just sod off. I don't care. I'm not paying attention to the server at the moment. Go encourage Cynicals run over the game. That'll make me salty.
Yeah.
There you go. You guys can enjoy this awful, awful plane.
Mm.
That's
Serene,
what I was thinking.
they're not piloting that, Serene.
I looked at it and they do have pedals, but they're completely useless in flight.
Oh, whatever.
That's what I was thinking.
Anyway.
Oh.
But yeah, she's Derek informs you that she's probably got a broken spine and she can't use her legs.
Yeah, that is.
That can be fixed.
That can be fixed, yes. But
Yeah, but not on the road and not without getting tech priests involved.
you have
We
to.
have a tech priest. We
Yeah.
can do it on the road.
But he's just as bad at that.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh, he'll be fine. He's a tech priest.
But yeah, it's about night when you get there. You've been travelling for most of the day.
Yeah.
Camp time?
I will. Camp time. I will perform. What is it called? Extended care on those that need it.
Yeah, you can treat people.
Mm.
You can treat various people's injuries, etc., etc.
Yeah.
There is nothing you can really do for the Nagi because it is just a bunch of worms, and you have no idea.
Throw some worms at it.
Yeah.
I don't think it will
I'm
enjoy
pretty
that.
sure I need the right kind of worms to fix that colony.
I mean, I can ask it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has anybody eaten something wrong lately?
Oh my
Huh?
gosh.
Really not.
What?
That like gets it.
Oh my gosh, just shoot me. What is this session?
I don't know, let's move on.
Anyway, yes, how are you travelling back? Because this is important.
What do you mean?
Because if people and the Nagi are in full view at most of the times, there's going to be questions when you get back to camp.
So, we do have an idea of the front line, correct?
Yes, you have an idea of the front line. It's not particularly reinforced in this area because they're not expecting armor to come through because the terrain is so bad.
Well, if we know about where the front line is, we should know kind of like where they limit their scouts to. That's reasonable, like areas that's already been scouted, so they have no reason to re-scout it super often.
Yeah.
So I think Peepo will just take whatever Xenos we're not turning in and go set up like a little prisoner camp like within like a small little like glade or some shit hidden.
Okay, then what's
Wait,
Xeno
you're
doing?
talking like nearby, near the Imperial camp. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like far enough away that it's not super risky, but close enough that the scouts wouldn't have as much reason to constantly scout it, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Kind of in the no man's land area.
Can I take a sample of the Nagi? Like a few worms. A can of worms.
Let's not open that one.
Are you trying to take the live worms or dead worms? This is a big question.
I will take that once.
Okay, you would have been able to do that easy enough back at the, back in the field. I assume
Okay.
you, well, over here, and he has dropped a few, as he's been walking. Is like they've been, he's been slowly shuffling them out.
Yeah.
You note he has dropped a few other pieces of armor as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's now down to size 5.
Oh.
Is he dying? Or do we think he's dying?
This is the thing. He has dropped some worms, some armor. He does seem to have helped his movement.
I don't think he's dying per se, but I think he is just going to be a shell of his former self for a while.
Yeah, he's shedding the dead parts of himself.
I put the armor.
It will take him some time to
Great.
replenish his wounds.
I put the armor on the ghost, and then later in the Atlas once we have the room.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Do we think we could turn the armor from him into like possibly armor for a Sorniak or two?
Maybe with some difficulty. This is Xeno alloy you're working with. You don't know how to work with it properly. It is also bloody heavy.
Yeah.
It takes like 2 or 3. Like it takes like 2 of you to just lift one plate, like one shoulder pad.
Right. I will still suggest that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't go.
Maybe we can figure out something in that case, in that form.
I'm actually just wondering, is it possible to those Marlin and Iranians, are they wearing a sort of metal armor?
The Terrarians were xenocarapace. The Morlins were some sort of metal alloy, which I used to make our current armors.
Okay, because I'm just wondering
And
if we magnetize.
Renians are wearing some sort of mesh jumpsuits.
It was like more wondering if we like could magnetize the hull of the Chimera. We could like pin him to the hull.
We could.
You're pretty sure if you did that to the Renians, they wouldn't even be able to walk. Don't forget, your Atlas has legs.
Yes.
You might as well just hang them from a string on the side of the Chimera. Yeah, fishing hole.
Yeah. It's not a chimera, it's an atlas.
That's what it is.
Same chassis.
Still, like, if you could magnetize it, you could just stick it to it, and then they could move together with those electric lightning cuffs.
Yeah, you could. You have no idea how to magnetize the electric magnet cuffs.
Yeah.
I really don't think this is necessary.
It is for effective coolness. We must look cool when we enter camp.
Okay.
It's all about that morale. When we walk in, we want everybody to be like, "Yeah, that's our boys."
Now, who are you turning in? Or who are you keeping out? Not turning in.
Wait, what?
We're turning in a Terralian, a Redian, one Herinian,
I think everyone except the Nagi.
and one Moradin.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
oh,
So
everyone
we're-
except the Nagi?
Because you got 2
I thought
Renians.
so too.
You got
I
two of
mean-
the Iranian engineers who were trying to fight the fire of the ship. You literally just picked them up.
We could probably just keep a Herenian, and if I can't convince it to like join us or work with us in any way, we can just blap it. It won't be that hard.
Why do you want to keep a Herenian? What the fuck?
He wants a pet.
I want a pet, and it's an engineer, so it could help us understand their technology a little bit better.
People.
It makes sense. It's an engineer. It knows their stuff. We could try to get it to tell us things that we need to know, like how to sabotage ships better.
Stop trying to get a pet Herenian.
I tried.
I mean, you've got enough on your plate in the form of a pet, nanny.
We
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah, but the Hernian is like the grunts. It can't be that hard to break.
They're
This is
also
up
the
to you
most
guys.
fanatical, actually.
Yeah. I will. In any case, I think we turn in all but one, all but the Negi.
Mhm.
At least the living part of the Negi. We turn in the dead Negi sample. But I'm not quite sure to whom yet.
This is a good thing.
Who do we have on? What's our choice? Who can we turn this to?
Fet Galhan,
Mhm.
the Majos biologist. You could turn it over to Xavier.
That is-
You met Xavier? I think you met Xavier.
I'm not quite sure. Have you met Xavier yet?
I believe you have because someone told me the session that I missed that you guys talked to
Yeah.
Xavier. I do remember
Okay.
that.
Yes, I believe you turned over Amasek to him.
Mhm.
Yes.
I don't know
Those
why
18
he's
bottles.
not on my thing.
We are in too many games that overlap.
Oh gosh, I accidentally posted that stupid image of a plane into the...
Hmm?
I haven't even looked at the picture of the plane. Let me look at it real quick.
Yeah, if you look at how many games you guys through, it's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of the mods are okay, but then when you look at Deadlight's tags, you're like,
Oh no, Dio is... Dio tends to have more tags than me.
Yeah. Deadlight is everywhere. Almost.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm actually only in
myself-
2.
Uh,
So-
Dio is pretty bad as well.
Yeah, but Deadlight has tagged himself like Kopio for some reason when he's not in that regiment.
Oh yeah, that was because I was trying to keep it up to date with it because I was doing a bunch of stuff with you.
who's Dio again? I keep forgetting his Discord name.
Morrison.
Harrison.
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 Morrison.
What the
I
fuck
think
is-
he... Didn't he change his online name to Dig Dug?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
briefly.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Grand Vizier? What?
Oh, that was us memeing. I should get rid of that shit. We
That
don't need
that
Grand
is-
Vizier anymore.
that is for the same reason that POM is server here.
Right.
What is it called? Follow to
The second in line to the throne.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Okay, Grand Vizier has actually gone.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Shield of the Untainted isn't gone as well.
Yeah, there's a bunch of roles which one day I'm just gonna take them. I can't remember. Did you just traded with him?
Yeah, as
Probably.
far as I remember you guys telling me.
Yeah.
I say we turn it
So
into...
yeah.
Turn the Nagi samples into the biologists and the rest into Xavier. Because I don't want to see what Xavier will do with those dead worms.
I just imagine something like along the lines of Frankenstein.
So,
Exactly.
What's the... What are they giving us for this?
They haven't said they'll give you anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
for,
for
for
influence.
something, gifts for something, right?
Yeah. They're just high-ranking members of the camp.
Yeah.
They said they would reward you if you
But
They'll
no
potentially
one said
reward you.
how.
Yeah.
Also, the sabotaging the big ship.
That's an
Wasn't
Inquisitor.
that inquisitorial box?
Yes.
It was a box. It wasn't like someone in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should
Yeah.
probably, the Inquisitor should probably be a contact, so that works smoother.
Yeah. I was about to say, how are we going to report that? Even.
We're not.
You probably have some agents in the camp that will know.
You probably report it to the person who gave you the box in the first place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or there are some details you report this to Steve in accounting.
Well,
Steve Irwin.
basically, it'll be like, hey, wait, that guy gave us our stuff this week, right? Yeah, it wasn't a regular guy to give our equipment. We must find this guy.
Yeah, I'm sure there is someone or some details in the data set that you report to. Like,
Okay.
talk to accountant 729 in Hab Block 17 and he will
Mhm.
give you a stick
Yeah.
who do a good job. I don't know.
Yay!
If you get 20 stickers, you can go on a visit to
A paradise world.
to Qualis.
What is?
It's the setting you use in the Harlock Saga.
Okay.
If you get 20 stickers, we'll give you a bigger sticker.
And if you get 20 of those stickers, you get a prize. But we won't tell you what that is.
Please
Then
ignore the
even
bulk
bigger
pistol.
sticker.
Yeah.
No, it will be extermination because by then you will have so much knowledge of the Inquisition that you're a liability.
Well, at that point, you'll have done 100 missions for us. Congratulations! How are you not dead?
Yeah. So, something like that.
yeah.
We have the fate of the Emperor on our sides.
So yeah. So you are turning over. Okay, this is actually a big thing. Now, how are you going to get to them? Because Xavier says he doesn't want them. Xavier says he doesn't want them traceable.
Well, we know Clans doesn't do well with authority, so we could probably just use a long branch of Clansmen to get it to Dragon Squad, which is, if I remember correctly, the squad that Xavier's in.
Dragon Squad doesn't exist per se.
Yeah.
The remaining members went off to do various things. Tail went off to do something else. Dragon Squad has an infamy, but it's not actually a thing. So, so you
Well, one of us could get into contact with Xavier, like, hey, we have some stuff, but we don't know how to get it to you. Do you have, like, a little, like, supply chain we could send it through or some stupid shit? Because Xavier is, I hate to say it, incredibly fucking smart, so he probably does.
So how are we dividing it? Galen gets a can of worms, or one Rennion, and one Terrarian, and the rest goes to Xavier?
Is that correct?
I'm asking. I'm typing it already, but
Yeah, I'm trying to get the rest of the party to respond
Yeah.
to it.
I've already said that I think we just give the dead worms to the biologist and everything else to Xavier. That was my vote.
the problem is we have the cuffs of Galen Fett, so he expects us to either bring them back or bring them back with something in it.
We can just slice their hands off, no problem.
What?
They're just cuffs, they don't need their hands.
Also, congratulations, Dio has joined community gaming.
Good job.
Wah, wah.
Just drag me in here.
Quack.
Let's give the fucking whoever is wearing those
Idea.
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 Let's give whoever
Idea.
is wearing those cuffs to whoever the fuck gave us the cuffs. Like I don't care.
That was my...
We're complicating things way too much right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So the cuffs with the person in it, that it's running in it, to Fet. The
Mhm.
dead worms to Fet, and then the other 3 subjects to Xavier.
Xavier. Mhm.
That is perfect.
Yes.
Don't think he's
Yep.
turned his microphone on.
Or is
Oh,
he
he's done the meeting.
live?
He's in a very boring meeting. Fair enough. So yeah, right, okay, that's fine. Let us do Fet first. Yeah, he is thankful. He's like, yes. These will be most interesting. He looks up. He has to. He comes out of like an sort of an operating theatre. You can peer in behind the ajar door. There seems to be some sort of bug-like xeno inside. None of you have ever seen anything like it before.
A bug like Xeno?
Bug-like
Bug.
xeno.
Is he
Yeah.
dead?
Hmm?
Is the Xeno dead?
No, it appears to be unconscious currently.
Mhm.
How would
actually
we
don't
know?
I don't even want to know. It's like, yeah, I see it there, and I'm like, no, I'm not wanting to know.
I wanna know, I wanna look.
Yeah. If you
Do you
don't
ask?
mind me... Yeah. If you don't
Ah,
mind me
yes.
asking, Magos Galen, what is that?
Ah! He appears behind him, opens the door slightly. Ah, yes, that is a lysomol. Lysomol. I will eventually one day say the name right. First time.
Lacrimal.
Lacrimol. God damn it, I can't say the name right. Save my life. And that is a lacrimol. It's a very interesting specimen. A sort of xeno shapeshifter.
Oh.
A number of
That's
them managed to get
awful.
worm their way into the Navy.
That's awful.
Yes, it is. With the exception of they were caught. I'm currently working on ways to detect them easily.
Now I'm actually quite interested. How does their shapeshifting work?
That I'm trying to work out through various means of interrogation, and
Well,
he gestures. It looks like he's got an operating like it's like an operating theatre. So. It's like,
Oh, is there like an audience for this?
Hmm?
Is there an
Um,
audience for this?
There's not like there is a small audience area, but there isn't really an audience. It's like a few scribes just taking down notes.
and probably a bunch of servo skulls recording the thing.
Yeah. Like he's recording every moment of this through various means. But yes, I haven't quite worked out how they shapeshift. This specimen seems reluctant to do it now. Most unfortunate.
I'm pretty sure that the right stimulation will cause it.
Anyway.
I have learned that a good telltale sign is individuals going missing, and if they do turn up lacking all their blood, they have a diet of human blood.
Mm.
So it's one of the few tells. The other tell is that they, regardless of their form, they seem to appear to be an orange luminescent colour.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
That's good to know.
Oh, you mean like they always have this orange luminescent glow when they're like shifted?
No, their blood is orange.
Oh, okay.
It's glowing
yes,
orange.
he gestures to like a tube nearby that's full of an orange liquid. Yes, that is a sample of their blood there,
Oh.
recently extracted. Regardless of their, if they are shifted into a creature that wouldn't normally bleed it, they still bleed that colour.
Hmm.
It's the only way individuals can tell without forcing them to shift, which is proving quite hard to do.
Yeah, anyways, we have brought back one prisoner for you, Terrarian prisoner, and we have found this, which are the, I'll show him the kind of worms, which are unfortunately the remains of some sort of swarm xeno or colony xeno. They reach extreme sizes, almost ogre-like.
Bigger than Ogrins,
Yeah,
actually.
they're bigger than Marines. They're
Bigger
and
than
Nagi's look closer to a Sentinel. They are absolutely massive compared to.
Yeah, it's like a dreadnought.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they are massive in the active state, and
I'm back.
Welcome back.
welcome back. And yes, they seem to be some sort of super heavy trooper for the POW auxiliaries.
He looks.
Unfortunately, we could not capture one alive, just those few leftover worms of his colony.
He looks over, like adjusting the jar slightly to look over. Interesting. Scrap. Put this into cold storage. I will have a look at it momentarily once I've finished up on here. The prisoner has already been escorted off site, like out of sight. Just a pair of like Magos troops came along. Magos troops, sorry. Like,
Servitors?
yeah, probably servitors. I want to say they're closer to Skitarii than servitors. They have like thinking capability, but they're not. Like, they're just augmented guards, effectively.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Those manacles you provided us proved to be extremely effective. Can we get to more?
Yes. More of the same. The ones you used are returned to you, actually. The guards just uncuff them and hand them back. And then...
Were those the ones that we didn't know how they work?
No. You know how they work? They work really, really well against Trellians. As the case in point when people was like, yes, I now try and break free of them.
Okay.
I didn't think that one out fully.
They,
It was really hard.
The Xena ones are on the other prisoners which you're going to give to Xavier.
Okay.
He's like, yes, did you want more Terrellian or did you want another species?
Australian will do, I think.
I would rather say which species would be most interesting to you, Megos.
He thinks for a moment. I would quite like a few more Trellians. If I can get up to 5, that would be quite nice. I currently have 3 at the moment, including the one you've just given me. Some more Marauders would be nice as well.
Well, there's your answer.
Very well. He goes off, comes back. He gives you a set or another set of Trellian ones and 2 sets of Marauding ones, which I will update on your.
Very well.
Yeah, I'll update on your gear because. That is not right.
Would have people told us of how the Nagi communicates?
Probably not,
Okay.
because that sounds, for now, it sounds kind of like risky, because I don't think people quite understand it fully.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Just wondering.
I think people will tell after a few more instances of talking to it.
Hmm?
She kind of has a better grasp on it, like, she doesn't want to give you half-assed information.
Yeah, no. Good. Then I apparently can't tell Megas anything about their special abilities. I just have seen them wielding heavy weapons and heavy armor.
This is fine. He's more than happy to take that sample as is, and he thanks you for him. You know, he thanks you greatly for them, and that's you. I've noted down on your gear you no longer have a Trellian, and you have 2 sets of Trellian cuffs and 2 sets of Moradin cuffs. So,
What
yeah.
about the Imperial captives that we had, by the way? I assume like whoever was hurt, like they got to the medical facility, whatever. I'm more curious about what the Imperial officer does, the Navy officer.
So yeah, you escort. Because you don't really know where Imperial medical facilities are, you just escort them to a Clan's medical facility, which is a super heavy.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
It's the easiest thing for you to do is
That will do. Plug them.
yeah. So you there. The officer thanks you. Says I'll write up a report. I will have to mention the Xenos, but I will leave the details vague.
Very much appreciated.
He nods. I imagine I will be in camp for a while,
Yeah.
possibly becoming a contact. Yes, he is, as he said before, he is a naval pilot. He's an Imperial officer of a transport ship.
Is that the pilot that was hurt? Is he or she fine?
The pilot is fine as well. I'll have to talk to that guy later, because I can't do it at the moment. Oh my gosh, why is everyone suddenly at me? Leave me alone. Like, I think... No, stop it. Stop it.
Hey.
Stop it. No! No! And yeah. Serene, if you want, you can introduce your new character now, or you can introduce them later.
We can introduce them now.
Yeah.
This is fine. So I imagine like the way this would go, seeing how there's only 2 people that would go to the stables, I guess you would call it. What do you call that thing for the Sporniacs?
Yeah, it's a stable. Stables is where you house animals.
Yeah.
It works.
Kennels might work as well.
Actually, people would have to go get some new ones if they lost them.
Yep.
Anyways, either way, Gakmaster, as I'm gonna call him because I don't have any other name for him. Gakmaster Dragonfly would be there just tending them, just taking stock of which ones are healthy and which ones aren't. Gakmaster Dragonfly is she's about 5'9", about 5'10" in height. Half her head is like shaved. Maybe there's like some scars in the part that's shaved, so it might not have been 100% willing of a shave. So she kind of just has like one half of her hair just like dangling about shoulder length. And she just seems just kind of bored, and she's just like checking off things, just doing basic paperwork for now. If the party enters, she would look at them like, bringing in your Gax for some checkups, or you just back from a mission?
Routine maintenance.
Just a...
Routine maintenance. They're actually just robots.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so. I'm trying to keep them healthy, but you're the expert on that matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Serene, from your advanced specialty.
I'm a medic. I'm trying to keep my squad together.
Yes, I was just remembering back when 3 of our foreign gang were blown to bits.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No. Serene, because you are advanced special ability, your class gear. Sorry. You get a pet. You get a regimental effective dog, don't you?
I get a war beast of the regiment, so it'd be a type of Svorniak.
Yeah, it'd be an illuminate sworn gang.
I would say it's either an Illuminant or Red Spine. No, what's it called? Purple Spine. The lesser Purple Spine.
Yeah, purple spine. Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's actually a really good idea. They could be called Sworn Wardens.
Yeah, Sworn Wardens works better than Gakmaster, because that sounds stupid.
I mean, it's the best I could think of.
Gangbuster 5000! Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, Swan Warden.
Mhm.
Nice. Sounds better.
Yeah, I had to off the cuff of that one.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. Shall we do the necessary logistics and what you're actually handing in to boost your straight up logistics score?
Mm.
So you've completed the mission. -3 logistics. Straight up.
Mm.
What are you handing in? Returning the officer does give you +1 to that, so it's -2. Handing in. Did I just say handing in the officer? Handing in the prisoners. Not handing in.
The rescued guardsman.
Rescue the guardsmen and rescue the prisoners both give you an additional 1 point on that, so you're at -1 logistics. And destroying the command ship also gives you +1. So currently you have not lost any, but you have not gained any.
Okay.
What are you turning in of the salvage gear?
Quite good.
The armored body gloves. I'm keeping one. Or how many were we keeping?
Oh yeah, we had that, right.
I believe people have noted down the ones they are keeping.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have 9 of those left. I'd suggest that we turn in at least 6 of them.
Mm.
There's about also 6 strange pattern lasguns.
Mm.
The broken stormtrooper gear as well, all of it, so they could use it
Yeah.
to salvage new gear.
Mm.
The Valkyrie components, we can use it on our heavies.
I mean, that is still turning it in. Just
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I just need to know what you're turning in so I can make it. So all the Valkyrie stuff?
All of it. We're going to turn it all in.
yeah.
The black boxes, by that we mean all the info on it.
Yeah. I mean, those are we only have Imperial ones, so.
Yeah.
And that was some sort of basic quest items, mission-related items. The pilot's gear will also turn in.
Yep. The lasguns.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not all. We'll take some chargebacks from it.
Mm.
Okay, if you want to take some chargebacks.
Because we kind of blew up some chargebacks. Let's never mention that, by the way.
I don't know what you're
You
talking about.
just simply just say you didn't recover them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
According to Primer, it is grounds to be flogged and then executed.
So basically, the only things we are yet unclear is the heavy bolter.
And the Reclaimer's gear. We haven't turned in the Reclaimer's gear.
Curse.
Reclaimer's gear we will turn in what we didn't use for the Muppets.
That is
so-
what's left of the Reclaimer's gear is not used for dummies.
Okay.
The cybernetic.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Where
a
I'm tipping the cybernetic, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Various Xenopia gear pieces.
Yeah, let's turn them mostly in.
Or do you want to keep them to tinker with? Maybe best we keep to tinker
I would say we turn in 2/3 of it if we find someone that actually wants them. Hint, hint.
yeah. Clans is fine with taking Xeno gear to rip down for basic parts.
Mm.
I'm just trying to.
I
Get an
would
idea.
say we turn in 2/3 and keep the rest
Okay,
of
that's fine.
the various xenopieces.
Okay, so we're keeping 3 strange armor body gloves and their strange gear, 6 strange pattern lasguns, and the heavy bolter clip, the basic cybernetic, and 1/3 of the various xenon gear pieces.
Mm.
That's all we're keeping.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so that's you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That nicks you. I'm gonna say 5 influence.
Oh.
So you get +5 influence.
Mhm. Yeah.
Can
Ah.
can I
Yeah.
hit gear scavenge?
Can you not?
Yeah, I can. Am I allowed to?
Yeah.
I'll if you want, I can do it because, or you can do it if you want.
I know what we're giving away, so I'll just keep in there what we're keeping.
Yeah, I've noted down what you've told me you're giving away, so I know that's a bit spaced out, but that's for me to do maths in my head.
There. The only thing that's left in there is what we're keeping.
So,
I
yeah.
would say we keep the boulder clip, but not the boulder itself.
Yeah, doesn't our Atlas already have a bolter or our Chimera?
Mhm.
Yeah, it does.
Alright.
You also have a tech temple, which is similar to a chimera, but has
Yeah.
facilities in it.
Arming the tech temple is always good.
Mhm. Can we install the heavy bolter on the tech temple?
That's going to take pretty much all of someone's crafting time in camp,
Okay.
if you wish to do that.
Mhm.
We don't really use the mounted guns too often.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Correct, and heavy bolter
but-
on the heavy bolter.
yeah,
Hey,
Hello.
that would be the alternative, twinning the heavy bolter on the Atlas. But I think the tech temple should have some modicium of protection. So I would say we install it there.
Okay, that is fine. But
we get a tech temple?
you've got you started off with tech temple.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Isn't it already a Chimera though?
What?
I thought tech temples were armored vehicles.
Yeah, they are. They don't start with weapons though.
Yeah, but why does it need protection? It's an armored vehicle.
I mean, in the sense of having a bolter on it.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's slap as many heavy weapons as we can.
Hi, Dio. It's nice
Hi.
to see you too.
Hi, Dio.
How was your meeting? Was it boring?
It was really good. Yeah.
We all had great fun when you decided to randomly join community games.
I did not deliberately do that.
So just to bring you up to speed,
Mm-hmm.
you returned to camp. You handed over the Turellian and the dead Nagi worms to Fett.
Okay.
You, Peepo and the Nagi are currently camped outside camp.
Mm-hmm.
They're like not near the Imperial Alliance at the moment.
What do we do with the rest of the live hostages we have?
You haven't done anything yet.
Cool, we should go hand them over to the other guy.
Yes, but I'm trying to do stuff
Yeah.
in a certain order so I can actually keep track of it, as opposed to running around like a headless
Yeah.
chicken.
Okay.
So,
That was we have planned to hand them in to Xavier,
yes.
Cool.
but we aren't there yet.
Now with your, you should get +5 influence.
Mhm.
Ooh.
So from all the gear you've been given in.
Yeah.
Would you like to give me people who are missing mounts a +20 influence roll?
It's just a D100 plus 20, right?
No,
No.
I don't know influence.
it's a D100 versus 20 plus whatever influence we had.
Oh, we have 8 influence. I have 8 influence. Here, my character sheet note.
I was sure you had more than I do because I also have 8.
Okay. I have just said you got +5 influence.
Hmm.
So if you had 8 at the start of the session, you should have 12.
13.
Yes, 13. Sorry, I can't do maths. This is why I have a calculator when people watch my streams.
That's what I mean. I get a personal -5 from my character options. So you should have more than 8. Because
So
I
I've-
have 8.
Okay, so I have 13.
Hmm.
And to Now I need to make an influence roll with a plus 20.
Yes.
No.
Okay. You are not issued a Verghast for just turning up. You're
Correct.
missing a comrade as well.
I am.
You can give me a plus 10 roll to see if you're issued a comrade. You are indeed issued a comrade by clans. You may either pick another clansman, or you may pick a white end.
What's Viden?
White end are Voidborn, but they're
I
close
think they're
combat.
also.
They're space pirates.
They are pirates.
I'll take a clansman. At least they're hardy.
Yeah, no. White ends are a bit squishier, very short range.
But they're very good at being very short range.
Yeah, they are very
Yeah.
effective at short range.
Yeah,
But-
my comrade just needs
But
to.
Yeah.
I was about to say, Faye is a sniper. So,
Well, it would be good for her to have that close quarters comrade that can take over for her when things get close.
Oh,
Nice.
Leiden,
Yeah.
using his base ranged weapon, attacking, has a plus 50 to hit at point blank range.
yeah.
It's still
But
not
not even
comrade.
including the standard shot or whatever. Or any half aims. That's just like a base plus 50.
I still got a comrade, Rip Gem.
I mean, you can try and get a comrade in other ways.
I mean, I tried. There was that one fucking Verghast Crusader that was friendly with me.
Yep.
I couldn't understand a word what he was saying, but he really liked the alcohol, so I'm gonna try this again later.
I mean, you can have a blind guy as a comrade. He doesn't have a regiment anymore.
Hey, he's mine.
You want to take him?
Yeah. That's the whole reason I saved him.
Why do you want the blind guy?
I like making fun of him being blind.
You're not gonna try and get him eyes. You're just gonna have him blind as a comrade.
At least give him one eye so he can be a pirate at least.
You just has two
You
eye
gotta-
patches.
Maybe.
Yeah. Just get him one cybernetic eye and then say, under all circumstances, you must act like a pirate. A stereotypical.
We've already had a one-eye in clans.
Yeah.
Yeah, wide eyes even.
Wide-eye. No, he was wide-eyed at the end of
Yeah.
After about 2 sessions,
Mhm.
you didn't even finish the first story act, and you'd already that already happened.
Mm.
Xavier was a very dark path after that point.
Anyway.
Yes. So yeah. That is just effectively just checking to see if you are assigned stuff. So.
Mhm.
So yeah. What do you wish to do now?
Yeah, let's first visit Xavier and hand in the other
Xenos.
living aliens. Yeah, Xenos. Not alien. Oh, right.
Yeah, Xavier is currently parked kind of a decent way out of camp, actually. And as you draw near, you discover why. There seems to be screams from coming inside his vehicle. They're quite muffled, and they
Yeah.
don't sound human at all.
Well,
Nothing to
okay.
worry about.
Yeah. We are not overly surprised, if slightly worried.
Do you knock on his camera?
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
I back away.
You hear a very audible sigh coming from inside. Some muffled words, and then the back of the camera loads down.
I'll be
Xavier.
back for you, my pretty.
Yes. He steps down the ramp, a mist trailing around his feet. You're quite impressed that he actually managed to stand in a chimera, because most chimeras are not designed to house someone that's 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
But yes, he walks out. His hands are bloodied, but they're glowing with orange blood.
Oh. Okay. I see you
Oh.
got
What happened
you
to
got
everyone's
your
favorite
hands on
Nagi,
one as
by the
well.
way?
He is currently camping outside.
Cool.
with
He's-
Pipo.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's currently size 5, and he's lost a number of armor plates.
Mhm.
You've
Yeah.
you picked them
We-
up, but he's still he's lost a lot of mass.
This is fine.
So yeah, Verghast Crusade, we've brought you some more test subjects. From Merlin to Renians.
He looks at them and goes, not as interesting as my current subjects, and he just waves vaguely in the direction of his chimera where there's a muffled moan. But they are interesting nonetheless. They can't be traced back to me?
I doubt it. No one else has seen them.
He picks up one of the Renians. It just squeals.
Yeah.
Do they always make this much noise?
They're quite silent right now.
They're quite silent currently.
Oh, okay, they're silent? Okay, he just looks at them. He's picks up by its face and is just looking at it.
I believe our specific tactic to keep it silent was every time it wakes up, someone punches it as hard as they can in the face.
Yeah.
The face is seen quite damaged, but the rest of the body is acceptable. Very well. His arm then splits in two, and another one picks up the other Renian. He looks over the Merlin, which is probably still awake. Is probably awake actually. They have no willpower. He looks over and says, interesting. Quite humanoid, but very different to the others. Very well. He takes all three into the chimera. You hear some containers open and close again, and he steps back out. So, I need to look at the contact thing again. Are any of you wounded?
I might have been, I forgot. It says I'm at 10 out of 12, but I forgot what I was.
you travelled a few days, so you probably aren't. Doesn't one of you have a cybernetic limb? Or is
I
that
do.
you? You do?
hmm
He looks at it and goes,
It's best quality.
It is best quality?
Yep.
Very well.
What kind of limb is it?
It's a cybernetic left arm.
Maybe integrate a weapon into that?
Weren't we supposed to recover that actually for this guy?
No?
No.
I mean, I have the arm that we
You
needed to recover
wear-
for Rickon.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping that. I will give that arm to Rickon later.
Yeah. You paid 16 bottles of very
Yeah.
good quality Amasec to a clerk to get you that arm. Xavier
Yeah.
looks over and goes, don't suppose you wanted your old arm back, did you?
I wanted my older one?
Your old arm.
Yeah,
My old arm?
his real flesh-like arm.
I think this one is fine.
Very well.
Do you have something in mind?
I can do such sort of operations, even if the current arm is completely destroyed.
I kind of flex my cybernetic arm. I think this one is quite good actually. I don't mind it at all. I'm gonna keep it.
He considers it, and no one else is missing anything.
No.
Oh, wait, actually, Dio, are you there?
Where? What, in the...
Yeah. Is your
Sure.
more importantly, is your command with you currently?
my comrade? What, Blindy?
Yes.
Yes.
He does not like being called blind.
Who would?
It's all in good fun. I saved his life.
still doesn't like being called Blindy. He turns to you and the guardsman of a regiment, which I haven't decided yet, and goes, what about his eyes? He seems to be missing them.
Yes, that would definitely be a thing he does not have.
It would cost you some Amasec, but I'd be willing to reconstruct them for him.
Do you still have Amasec?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any Amasec to actually pay him?
I think so. I have an Amasec ration, right? Yes or no?
And clans, no.
Okay. Do clans?
You would have to go out and find
Yeah.
Amasec. You have Dio. This is clans. You have no rations.
I do actually have some Amasec from the last time we were in camp.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
How much?
3 bottles? Damn right I kept it.
No, but like, didn't we trade anything? Didn't we trade anything? Everything?
You may have traded something.
It's possible Dio got Amasec from a different source.
Well, I mean, I did trade a bunch of them. I did
Possibly
balls
from that ridiculousness that was the flipping whatever that was with the commissar.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I've also got That's where I got it from. It's a high quality Amasec actually.
He looks over some stuff, but it will do. Very well. Leave him with me.
Wait, how many does he want?
How many are you offering?
I have a case of I have a case of officer quality Amasec, and also chocolates and other various non-expiring luxury foods.
Oh gosh, you've still got some.
How did that?
Well, you remember our first mission, right?
Oh yeah.
Our first mission was to investigate a bunch of high-quality food and alcohol going missing from a certain area. It's like, well, if we're investigating it going missing, I'm sure they wouldn't miss a little bit more.
Oh, you have that stuff still. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
It resulted
I'm
in
not
Dio
even
getting
mad.
his. It's the only time Dio has actually. One of Dio's characters actually died in my campaigns.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad that he's kept that. Good fucking job. Damn.
I'm just wondering if it was carried over between the character that was shot and the replacement character.
The replacement character
That's
stole
bad.
everything the character that was shot had.
Okay, fair enough.
And Jamix didn't stop it. Because I don't think Jamix realised what he was doing. But anyway, he will take half the Amasec, or half of the Amasec from that. Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's a steep price, and yes, you bought him bodies, but you haven't brought him that many, and they're not particularly interesting Xenos. To him, anyway. They're just standard run-of-the-mill ones. Like, if you'd been like the Imperial Navy pilots and brought him a really exotic one...
Yeah. I basically tap my own sleeves, like where he has the blood on. Yeah, I see you found something very interesting.
Ah, yes. Sorry, I was in the middle of a procedure. Very interesting subject. Very
We will
unique
leave
biology.
you to you.
Yeah, he nods. He nods, and then with his fourth arm, because he's currently carrying the 3 Xenos, one in each arm. With his fourth arm, he puts it on the guardsman's shoulder, and like to the 3 of you, to the rest of you, it looks really morbid because he's literally standing there holding 3 Xenos in the air. But he just like gently guides the guardsman inside. Don't worry, it'll take a few days, but you'll have your eyes back. No worries.
It sounds creepy when you say it like that.
This is the entire point.
This is Xavier. He has a hard time saying or doing anything without it seeming creepy.
Yeah.
His
did.
workshop is a chimera parked outside of camp, where screams come from, and when the doors are open, green eerie light and mist steam are pulled out of. How is this guy not creepy?
His whole memo is creep. Like,
Well,
you can't open his case file without that word being the first page you see.
well, it's just that. Yeah, come on. he can be a bit eccentric, but if he
No.
speaks like that, that's creepy.
He actually spoke like that in season 1.
Oh yeah, no. He acted like this as well.
Mm-hmm. One of my characters got quite personal as he put Svorniak eyes in my body, gave me a new tongue, covered me in scales, and turned me into a super soldier.
Yeah, that happens repeatedly.
It was great.
Mm.
Like Xavier, after realizing how vulnerable he was to haywire when he actually got hit by it, like started vat growing his own muscles.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
And all his cybernetics covered in his own vat-grown skin, and he is just creepy.
Yep.
And I
He
had to put
also
up with
looks-
this as a character.
Yeah, weirdly enough, except for
Yeah.
the wings, if you were actually to take all the creepy robes off and stuff, he just looked like a normal human
With some odd lines.
with some odd lines.
Because all his arms can
Um,
split apart. But yeah,
And
no.
with his long legs, he looks more like a scarecrow.
This is true, actually. Because he has no face.
Yeah.
Or at least one that no one has ever seen.
Mm.
Don't remember him ever taking off his helmet.
Don't make fun of his face. Just because he's ugly doesn't mean you can make fun of it.
I can't make fun of it.
We,
This is
we
unreal.
don't even know if he has a face.
Exactly. It's insensitive. We don't want the scary Magos to do scary Magos things to us.
Anyway. Moving on for the two people who are completely clueless as to who this character is. And why why he's got such an awful reputation.
He has a
Um,
great reputation.
He has a great reputation, but yes. He takes the 3 Xenos and the guardsmen inside. Oh, that pun. But yes.
Mm.
I find your lack of face disturbing.
This is a better pun than any puns Gigar has ever done.
This is true. Because unlike Giga, Gray realizes that you shouldn't just use puns for the sake of using puns.
To be fair, that was a good pun as well.
It's a really good pun.
Nice.
I mean, it's like half a syllable away from being the actual line, but it's still distinct and funny.
Mm.
I mean, we're analysing this a bit too much.
Yeah.
You ever heard that a joke is a bit like a frog? They're interesting to look at, but once you dissect them, they're generally dead.
Yeah.
If
That is also true.
this is true.
That's pretty good.
Mm.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Now all we can
Oh.
think about is the heart in the heart dissection we did in my class. And
Oh,
one
he-
of the
I-
student-
Sorry, you did like?
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the 3 people that turned up with a heart was like, there's a mysterious hole going through the hearts. Oops, I think this one's been shot. And then by the end of it, he got really bored and cut it up into tiny pieces.
And
It was
yeah.
brilliant.
I mean, when we did the heart dissection, half of the class were sick after it, the other half were hungry.
Oh no, no one was sick in my class, which is great. It was like the only time I actually enjoyed biology.
We
Yeah,
never
it's the
got
same.
to it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I kind of wish we'd
And-
done a frog as well.
In my area, there is no dissection allowed
Oh,
unless you're in like one of the really high-end schools.
Really?
Which, yeah, most of the schools in Kentucky, at least in my area, don't do dissections unless you're in one of the like 5 schools that are in Louisville.
Huh, weird. I've been going through a bunch of dissections recently. We've done heart, liver, kidneys, lungs, intestines, and various digestive systems. We did a really annoyingly fiddly one with locusts, so we could look at their respiratory system, and fish as well to go through the gills. Stuck under microscope things. It's actually quite fun once you really get into it.
Yeah.
I never got to, and I really wanted to. I bugged the shit out of my biology teacher, like, do it.
And most of the stuff we get is just from a butcher shop, and you only use a scalpel and some tweezers. If you really want to do it, you can probably like get the stuff you need for cheap.
Yeah, like my school was like, yeah, if you want to like, my teacher was like, yeah, I'll do a dissection. If you want to follow along and dissect your own stuff, just bring it in. We'll give you the stuff. It's a cheap way. It's a cheap way for the school to do it. And like, you know, if people don't want to be like, I'm squeamish, I'm probably gonna be sick if I had to cut something up. They can watch. And people are like, yes, I am morbid. I really want to cut up dead frogs. They can as well.
I really wanted to cut up dead frogs. It's like me and like 5 friends were like, yeah, please do this. And it's like, I can't get the school to let me do it. I was like, fuck the school, do it.
And then simple, you just talk to the headmaster and say, look, if students bring in their own stuff, can we do it? And just have the teacher
Our teacher was a hard-ass fucking Christian that didn't believe allowing that type of stuff was okay. He believed... Fuck my principles. That's all I'm gonna say. Fuck my principles.
Just
with a
do it outside
paddle,
of school.
Sideways.
To be honest, I'm pretty sure you could probably find a YouTube video that will walk you through it.
Probably.
Anyway, right, this is weird.
Not gonna go chase down a frog and...
Yeah, to be fair, Faye, like, that is totally reasonable in America.
What's reasonable?
Yeah.
I'm currently putting down the stats for the 2 Svorniaks that I have, other than the one that I ride.
Faye said, look, I either cut up frogs or shoot up the school.
Alright, look, I made a lot of school shooting jokes. A lot of my teachers didn't like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's appropriate, honestly.
Hey guys, want to know an interesting fact? The last school shooting in England was 22 years ago, and we banned handguns immediately afterwards. We have not had another one since.
Woohoo! To be fair, I'm pretty sure around the time that Columbine happened, in that state they had a little bit stricter gun control laws, strict compared to American standards. And they still got their hands on the stuff, so it's pretty interesting. Anyways, we have a section we should probably be doing.
Yeah, I can't believe how far off topic we currently are.
It's way over there. It's a small little hill.
Yeah.
Hey,
This
this
is the
entire time I've
effect
just
a creepy Nagos has on us.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't want to talk about the majors, I know.
Okay.
But yes,
So
yeah, what is the next thing you should do?
So actually, I had a question. How are Sworn born and raised? How long does it take them to reach maturity?
I'm
that is a
pretty
good
sure they are much like other lizards, in which original conception happens within the creature's body, and then the eggs are laid and nurtured. But these are giant lizards from a radiation world, so there is the possibility of life.
I mean, is it a bit like in the Godzilla movie of 1999? The one that nobody acknowledges exists?
I would imagine it's much like the Deathclaw from Fallout, which lay eggs.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, they do lay eggs.
They do lay eggs, and they do nest. They are probably raised from a very young age, and they probably take a few years to mature. Why are you asking? Just out of curiosity.
Oh no.
I mean, it depends on the breed. Like, the standards Verghast you guys use probably mature quite quickly, and have a decent lifespan, whereas some of the other variants might take longer to mature.
Yeah, like I think the blue-bellied would take probably the second longest next to the giant dragon one, and the ones like this the purple spined and the illuminate probably mature pretty quickly, but have a relatively longer lifespan.
Oh yeah, I forgot we made a blue-bellied one. Yeah, but yeah, you're currently in the you can currently be in the stables and you could try and get a different mount. There are various types.
The first thing was if it is born, to actually, for future's sake, have it imprinted. basically be the first thing that it sees.
That is good if you're willing to wait like 4 years.
Yeah. But that's like
I
I mean, yeah,
for
sure.
the future.
Yeah, no, you can definitely help out.
And it will also be something I can do while in camp sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. You are more than willing to help out the stables. They're always willing to ask for the outriders to help out, because the outriders have to... they encourage outriders to help in the stables, because the outriders actually have to ride these beasts, whereas the stables don't. They
And
might
low
milk
food
them.
cost as well.
Yeah, low food cost. But the stables might milk some of the larger ones for various components. The Greater Black for its venom, the
Illuminate for its fire.
yeah, Luminate for Promethium, the Greater one for more Promethium.
Probably the purple spine for some type of poison if ever needed.
Yes, I've already said that.
Oh, did you? My bad.
Yes,
The blue-bellied one for the acid.
like it's one of the few regeneration resources in the clans, and they make good use of it.
Yeah. Like for instance, I'm bringing a purple spine and a illuminate because I'm a houndmaster, so you're not gonna do that.
Wait, you got a purple spine?
Yeah, I bought the perk that allows.
Oh right, yeah. So you
bring-
got purple spine, Luminate, and normal Synagogue.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like Candlemaster.
Like my
So
character is
he has
good at shooting, but I'm not buying any perks or talents that allow me to shoot better. It's just baseline what I have is what I'm getting.
Like his animal, like his mounts are like maybe the size of a large dog and a normal sized dog.
Mm.
Like, you know, it's not that ridiculous. You do see the purple spines bout as guard animals. They are very good for that sort of thing, and the Illuminate are very good for keeping people away because they act like landmines.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, no, you can totally help out in the stables if you wish.
Mhm.
They always have stuff going on.
Yes, help make my job easier, please.
Yeah.
Just don't stick your hand in their mouths. They don't like it. Well, they like it, but you don't. You won't like it.
You won't have a hand left. But anyway. So yeah, what are you guys doing? The stable master is more than willing to let you imprint.
I want to go see Rickon at some point.
Maybe we should.
Yes.
Let's do that first.
Yeah, do the
Okay,
whatever.
Rickon. Right, let's go, Rickon.
Rickon, yes.
Alright, so I go to him and I give him the cybernetic arm that he asked me to fetch.
Cool, let me just open Rickon's contact thing. And he goes, meh. Yes, the large, massive augmentation of metal. He's like, yes. He looks over, he's like, cleaning it off. Seems there's still some organic matter on it. And like, just several cybernetics come down and just immediately pick it clean.
Yeah, I didn't have time to like pick it cleanly, but I figured that wouldn't trouble you too much.
No, it's no worries. And he's like, as he's turning over, there's multiple mechadendrites just like cleaning it completely. Yes, thank you. This is most helpful.
I am glad to be of service. If you have any more of these, I'll definitely look for them and bring them to you.
He updates your list. You still have a list of where he believes various ones are.
I think it should be like at least 3 more.
Yeah, like one of them's being recovered, but there's 2 more that are out in the field again.
Okay.
Like other squads are operating in the region, but like that doesn't stop people dying. So
Makes sense.
And it's not like he would assign each cybernetic to only one seeker.
Oh, of course, no.
yeah, like this is sort of like here's a bounty list, first come, first serve.
Yeah, absolutely. So with this, I say. So the arm has been working really well. No issues to report. It's a very good arm. However, I was wondering if So I've got this little power dagger, right? And I have the Morlin power dagger that they used on us at some point.
Mm.
I say, is it possible to like have it like some sort of secret compartment that I could pull the dagger out of at a moment's notice?
He looks at the dagger and goes, "Is this not Xenotech?"
I'm not sure. Of course, I know it is Xenotech, but
Yeah. Can you give me a deceive test? Unless you would generally... No, you do know it is Xenotech, isn't it?
oh boy, this is gonna be good.
Wow. Wow, you both suck at that. He's like, I was under the assumption this was Xenotech.
You might be right. I mean, I'm not sure. As I said, I found this, and it looked to be quite a nifty dagger. So
He looks. He is like, very well. I can modify the arm slightly. It's quite garish. It's like it's one of his, isn't it? No, it's not. It's
Eris's.
It's Aris's. Yeah, he like looks over. Is like, it's decent quality, but not one of mine. Modifies it slightly, adjusts it here and there. Closes the back up. You good best quality. You already have hidden compartments.
Yeah.
But he's adjusted it now, so it's you have one large compartment.
Oh,
So
okay.
you could fit maybe the handle of the power dagger in there. There, power dagger in there, or maybe like 2 clips in the same slot, as opposed to
Yeah, okay. No, like I want the power dagger to be there.
yeah, like that's fine. Like yeah, he's just adjusted it so all the hidden compartments are in the same spot as opposed to scattered about your arm.
Is there not a modification you can do to a power to a bionic arm that just lets you get a retractable knife in it?
Yes,
There
but
is.
that is complete. That you're not what he's asking.
Okay.
That's probably more advanced, I would assume. I'm gonna get some more repetition with this guy first, and then we'll see.
Cool.
That sounds good. But yeah, no, he's fine to just adjust it slightly. It's like there. It feels weird again because he's now like recalibrated it for you. It's like
I'll
Is it-
probably get used to it soon.
yeah, it's like he's recalibrated it to what he thinks is the right settings. He's egotistical like that and just like yes, no, this is wrong. Ah, just tweaks it.
I mean, maybe it is wrong. Like maybe he knows better. Like this guy is good with cybernetics. Like maybe he was actually right. So
He's a walking massive cybernetics.
like he knows what the fuck he's talking about. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna like assume he's right and use those settings for a little while.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
really, you only have to take his word for it. Yeah, you can only take his word for it that there's any human underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably just a brain in a jar.
Yeah.
So minus
Surrounded
60
by
awareness test to see if you can
cybernetics.
spot flesh.
All right. I thank him. I take note of the new locations for the cybernetics, and I shall take my leave. Unless there's something else.
No, he has nothing else.
There's no flesh in there, guys. He's actually just a robot. I tried.
Yeah.
You get probably slapped with a cyber tentacle when you accuse him of being a robot.
I have at least 3 organic brain cells.
Cells. Remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's quoting a line from the very first Warp 40k game I had, where we had a tech priest who replaced his brain, and he just kept saying, no, I've got 3 organic cells, honest.
Somewhere I have organic parts. I haven't used them in
he
a
went
while.
from literally trillions to 3.
3.
Oh, no, 2. Sorry, it died.
One of them died.
Yeah.
It's 4 now, they
Anyways.
multiplied.
Mm.
Sorry.
He AK-47.
What
Yes.
do you guys like to do now?
We have a highly damaged Chimera and a highly damaged Ghost jet bike.
Oh, yeah,
No,
we have
Chimera
Ghost.
Atlas. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are recommended to the contact Gray is trying to hint at, which is his old character.
Nice, Trey. I didn't even pick up on it.
Yeah, so yeah, you are. It's easy enough to find. I haven't actually read him in ages. No, he doesn't. He like looks over them. Why does there seem to be a lot of Imperial blast marks here? These explosions. And he's like gesturing to the front.
Is he referring to the Atlas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's referring to your Atlas. Yeah. Tail Grey is like a clansman, Magos, high ranking. Normal, like he doesn't look particularly radical compared to some clansmen. He looks a bit more, not reserved, but more of the Adeptus Mechanicus branch, as opposed to the Clan Tambrew. He has his own, he oversees his own Super Heavy as his workshop. And you were also told that he used to serve with Xavier as a member of Dragon Squad.
So
He looks...
there was a bit of a friendly fire incident. Several people died inside, actually. Ammunition detonated and so on. It wasn't pretty. This is why the
He
vehicle
looks-
is so damaged inside.
And so, who's responsible for such damage? Such rapid damage? Looks like you find Alaskan inside this. Into it, of all things.
The responsible is actually dead. She blew herself up with her missile launcher a few minutes later, so...
Yeah.
Dragonfly is just, what the fuck?
You don't want to know.
Just sitting there just petting like the Illuminate Sworniak that follows her around like, what the f-?
It's a long story.
Yeah.
I would love to hear it. What
Um,
the
Long
hell?
and
No,
awkward
you wouldn't
story.
want to love to hear it because I think you would be angry and would try to go out there and find the rest of his pieces to kill it even more.
Yep.
Looking
Take your
at
word on that.
face as well, looking at your Sorngag.
Gio, I sent you a message because I can't check all GM chats at the moment.
Oh yeah, he got banned.
He did get banned? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Because he's sending me messages and I haven't had a chance to read them.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you're sending messages now?
Jamex, he's like, oh, but why did I
Yeah,
get
I know.
banned?
No.
I'm just ignoring him at the moment because he's got a stupid name on Steam.
Yeah, oh, what, the little woman that could?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will look into it, just not in the middle of the game. Thank you very much.
No, can I just say he was banned with reason?
I assume it's with reason. I
Right,
don't.
it was Bacon doing.
Oh, if it's bacon and like.
No, but it was definitely with reason. I've looked through the chat logs.
Okay, fair enough. I will look back at it when I'm not busy.
Yeah.
I'll just ignore him for the moment, like I'm doing everything else. So yeah. Sorry, what were we doing? Oh yeah, Blackfinger Tailgrip. Yes, he looks. He's like, pity. Like, very well. Give me a few days and I will get it fixed up. At least I can't. I can't even chastise the person who did this. He like picks up a piece of skull and throws it out.
Jesus.
Just like like a fragment of charred bone which you haven't cleared out.
That used to be Peepo's old skull.
Yeah. Be respectful, come on, like...
Hey, that was a bit
Still
of
alive.
my old skull.
Peepo isn't there, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Peepo's out of camp, that's why I'm using Dragonfly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We've also found this still relatively intact Xeno hoverbike ghost.
Now
Look at
this.
that. That's so cool.
Uh,
Nah, it's
Too
fine.
late.
um, at least borrow it to him? I mean, we don't have anyone that can operate it anyways.
I can operate vehicle.
But is
It doesn't
a
mean us.
Oh, alright, fine.
We'll find more.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he is very happy with this.
We can modify it so we could ride it.
We'll figure that out in field when we find more, which we will.
It'd be helpful if you could teach us how to use this properly, because we don't know. And of course you can keep it, because we, as I said, we don't know how to use this.
Yes, well, it will take me a few days to unlock its secrets, but once it's done,
Because
I can...
it's likely we're gonna find more of these in the field. It's not the first time we see these. Maybe we can get some more and bring some more to you. What do you think?
Yes, I think that's a reasonable trade. After I've unlocked the secrets of this one, I can relay them to you, and you can bring me more examples of
Much
it.
appreciated.
That is excellent.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure that knocks him out straight into Major. Congratulations, you got most contacts in Major.
Yeah, I mean,
Just one contact you
it
haven't met
is.
yet.
Oh no, you haven't met them. Yeah, but you haven't really wandered around camp. You've been pestering all the clansmen. So yeah. No, he's very happy. He says if you have any upgrades for your vehicles, I can do them for
Didn't you
you.
guys want to install a bolter or something on a vehicle?
Yep, install a heavy bolter on our tech temple. That was the plan.
What is the tech temple? What kind of vehicle?
It's a modified chimera used for basically crafting and as a mobile workshop.
Yeah.
We haven't used it so far, have we?
No.
No. Well, Grey technically has to make the armor.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, right.
Your tech temple has the facilities of a brewery at common level.
What?
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to give you something stupid and a bit fun. You have a
Yeah.
poor medical facility and a poor foundry.
Mhm.
We should upgrade our foundry, really.
Can we upgrade our brewery at like good quality and make cool inside?
I mean, you can
That's
currently make...
a good question. We should try that.
Good question, actually.
Yeah, no. I'm finally glad you guys have realised you have a brewery and you can actually, like, screw around.
I have even a better idea. We should try milking this Illuminate Sworniak and put some of it into the beer to make spicy beer. And just give it to someone and see how they react.
Okay, do any of you have trade chemist or trade brewer?
Yeah,
could.
yes, I do have trade chemist.
Okay, if you want to try making a spicy amasec, I will need a survival. I will need a survival test to get the Illuminates, and then I
Gotcha.
will need a trade chemist test based on the result to brew it.
Plus 10 because the beast is loyal to me? I
Yes.
assume? I got you.
How many grids is that? 2?
2.
Okay, great. Can you give me a trade chemist at plus 10?
Can I get any other boni from stuff?
The facility is common quality, so
Hmm?
you don't get anything from the
Yeah.
facility. Does anyone else have any relevant skills
Let
To
me
brew something?
to brew some? Yes.
No, not really.
see.
Could he... This is a stretch, but could he get like a +5 bonus for us because we have Technomat or Tech Use?
No.
I tried, buddy.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to build a computer to make a brewery.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can apply foresight,
Yes, you can.
the plus 10 minutes to plan it out.
Mhm.
I don't know. I have what else could probably fit? I have scholastic law chemistry. Don't know.
I'll give you a +5 for that. If somebody else had the skill, they could help you.
I have also trade cook at plus 10.
I'll give you another +5 for that. It's not quite as relevant, but
Mm,
definitely does help.
yeah.
I'll call dibs on first taste, though.
Like, I mean, if people want to pick it up themselves and help him,
Mm.
this is now the time.
Alright, hold on. Give me a sec.
I'm totally for you guys making an illegal, like, bootleg operation.
What are the aptitudes for trade brewer?
Intelligence in
Trade
general for every trade.
Is it the same for every
Intelligence.
trade? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least 200 XP.
So that was 200.
I'm at negative 50 XP right now, so. And the person who can get it quite easily is, well, camping.
Great.
Now,
I
people
can
has
get
extra
very
XP, but
People can't help.
yeah,
Yeah.
people's camping.
Alright, so I now have trade brewer and trade chemist.
Wow. Okay.
Jesus. Okay.
Dio hasn't spent XP in a while.
I haven't spent XP in like 4 or
Yeah.
5 sessions.
So yeah, you can get an additional +15 from Dio.
We really want this to go well, don't we?
Yeah.
Can
So
I
have
also?
now a 69% chance to make that test.
Can we add in some of Sparky's stuff as well? See what happens there.
No. Let's not go too quickly. We
Oh,
need to
yeah.
like,
Okay.
That'll be
Fair
a
enough.
different one to try and do it with a different smoke hack.
You want to add poison into a Amasec.
This is to make
Actually-
spicy Amasec.
Spicy.
Spicy Amasec.
Yeah. So, if anything, if anyone has another idea of adding the +5 modifier from somewhere, I'm up for it.
I
We
have,
could-
I
Actually,
have a Terran Warblade and I can power up the brewer.
I mean,
you can prepare some of the ingredients by cooking
wait.
beforehand.
It's would the resourceful special ability apply?
Let me have a quick look at what it does because I actually...
Postcardismic characters gain a +10 bonus to survival tests to obtain potable food and water, and to tech use tests to jury or repair equipment that's not overly advanced as determined by the GM.
Where the hell is this resource? Why can't I find it?
It's a client character making client character.
Yeah.
I forgot that was even a thing.
Yes, I will allow resourceful to apply to this because making random stuff in the back of
Yeah.
a chimera is literally your forte.
Does that mean
Yeah.
I got a +10 to my survival?
To milk it? No.
Okay.
So, how far would you rate it?
Hmm?
+10, +5?
+10 for these resource.
Cool.
Because like
Then
that is
I'm
literally
at
that is
plus. I'm at +55. So,
It's pretty good.
pretty good.
yeah.
Hey,
Really
Devlin.
good.
And since I start at 51,
How many
these
degrees
are
is
what
that?
8 and 9 degrees.
Dean?
If I were trying to add drugs to the Interfell Apocrypha, which book would I stick them in?
Yeah, expanded.
Why is that? Are you adding solution number 5?
Absolutely, I'm adding solution number
Yes!
5.
Can you add the other solutions as well?
Yeah.
I was going to say solution number 3 is the perfect painkiller, but it makes your eyes melt.
I want spicy Amasec to have its own special quality.
Yeah.
You can breathe fire once
You can
after
breathe.
drinking it.
Only once.
You can do the fire cantrip.
Down a bottle, and literally you can breathe fire for one round
Yeah.
as a
There,
hand flamer.
there
or
is
something.
a potion of fire breath in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my god, yes.
Could just be the same. With
Alright, how many degrees of success is that, by the way?
8. No, 9.
9?
9.
Okay, you're gonna put 3 good barrels of it.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
I called dibs on
Yes.
first sip.
Hmm?
I don't know.
Every degree of success is about half a barrel. A third of a barrel, sorry. So you got you brew 3 decent barrels of it.
Mhm.
Bearing in mind you're doing this in the back of what is effectively a chimera, which is an APC.
Yeah, no, that's
It's
So,
I
fine.
mean, that's what the tech temple is for.
Hmm. Oh my gosh, I love that you guys are like, right, we need to make a better brewery. We need to brew more.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So the other lizard has paralytic venom.
Hmm.
I'm just saying we could make.
This is so you can roofie people.
We can either make a drug,
Hmm.
or we can try to make the best relaxation beer known to man.
Okay,
As
before
in,
we
it forces you to relax.
No, it will be great to give it as a bargaining chip for people wanting to dedicate someone. Like, we should modify it so it would only affect the limbs, but not speech.
Oh.
Oh, this is interesting. But before moving on to that, we need to come up with a name for this first brew.
Spicy.
Hmm.
and-
Oh,
By
is
the way, I
is
put it into salvage gear, and I think you'll appreciate how I've written it.
Yeah, just like solution number 5 and so on. We need like a good name for this.
Solution number 5 is not a
Fans-
good name.
Fans fire.
I mean, if you allow it, it could just be Blaze.
We got Blaze.
Yeah, there's already a one.
Yeah.
We could call it the Phoenix.
No, I mean, rather than being something completely new, it could just be that.
Oh, we could just make it. I don't know. We should make it something new. I say we call it Clans Fire.
Okay.
I just typed Clans Light.
Ooh.
What's the
Yeah.
name of the dragon Sporniak?
Hmm? It's just called a greater one.
Yeah, we could just call it the Salvage Fire, because they're called Salvage Dragons.
Yeah.
I like all 3 of these suggestions actually.
Or since it's made from illuminant Verghast, wouldn't it rather be Pitfire?
Yes, it's Pitfire.
I was going to suggest Illumination, but that Pitfire is better.
Huh?
That's fine.
Burning South.
I'm just laughing so much because there is actually a liquor called Grubenfeuer, which translates to pit fire or mine fire in German. So,
We just
yeah.
made that in 40k.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Trademark.
It's a liquor that's normally that's very strong in itself, so it's normally burned down before drinking.
This is straight up the fire that you put like a lighter to and it lights on fire and then you put it out.
Actually, we could also market it as Burning Self,
Hmm.
because it would.
That's what happens. Drink reasonably, or you will be burning self.
No, you will drink it to soothe, to ignore the pain of the burn. So that's why it sells the pain. But if you're talking about it and a commissar would walk by and ask, "What are you talking about?" because that sounds heretical, it's like, no, it's just something you do apply to burns.
To be fair,
It's
comments
burn
are
gang
talking
medication.
to us. Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Here recently, come on.
I mean, look! Look! I'll just give some to Sparks. Why don't you give it to him? You say to the commissar, "Look, he's perfectly friendly," and then you just like remove a bit of melted corrugated steel from where it's been drawing.
To be fair, you should try to give it to the Illuminate. The Illuminate's got a fiery bite.
Yeah.
Bite his arm. See, watch this. Drink it. You won't feel the pain. We promise. You might not also be able to see for a few minutes, but it's normal.
Drink this. Bang.
Bang. Exactly.
I don't know.
This is the
I'm
most
not-
alcoholic thing I would imagine.
So is it stronger than whiskey?
It's probably moonshine level because
Yeah.
it's made.
It is effectively moonshine.
Yeah.
What is this moonshine level? It is moonshine. You made it in the back of a chimera.
True. This is true.
Well, moonshine also has different percentages. So
Yeah,
Mm.
I know the first percentage of moonshine is literal poison, and later stuff is more diluted. Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jamix, what part of I'm in a game do you not understand?
To power a car, moonshine has to have at least 75% alcohol. Keep that in mind.
I mean, that sounds like most of the alcohols that most of the regiments drink.
Yeah.
So, there's your baseline.
I've yet to meet a lightweight guardsman regiment.
Yeah. Also, clans hasn't much of a distinction between flamer fuel and armor sack.
This is true.
So actually,
There's a
does
difference.
so would convoy Prometheum also help us a bit in how to make it correct? Well, we know how to produce Prometheum while on a convoy.
You guys personally don't do that. This thing, you are what's referred to as outriders, which are the scouts and scavengers. There is also the elders, who are the older ones, and then there is just the convoy guards, which are range from effectively anyone who can't fight but isn't an elder. They're referred to as convoy guards as a general catch-all term, and they're the ones who maintain vehicles, who brew the Prometheum, who do everything in camp. That also includes mothers and children.
Yeah, but so we'll just make one of the brewers complicit in brewing the alcohol. And the deal's with see, now you can't get out because you also brewed it. And if you come out with it, well, you're gonna die. We don't want that.
Look, we can't threaten them, okay? We just gotta make it. We just gotta sweeten the deal for them. I'm just saying.
Half a barrel for every completed batch he makes.
Yeah.
We don't need to come up with a mafia inside the clan, so just not.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
Yes, we could, and we very much should. We have me, Dragonfly, who's got a hand in the, whole stables area.
Why are you becoming the mafia? You went from, I know, let's make a drink, to, I know, let's become the mafia.
Because now we have the goods to do it, though.
You have 3 barrels.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
No, I'm perfectly fine with doing that as basically a hobby of for trade within the clan. So
yeah.
So
for a sec there, I thought the idea of being the mafia is a hobby.
No. I mean,
if you're the godfather, it is.
Picking up brewing as a hobby.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, when you are distilling alcohol, you need to let it do over a few days. So basically, we can start a batch before we leave on the mission, and we'll oh yeah, we'll probably be back in time when it's done.
Yeah. This is true.
I mean,
anyway.
Our brewery is mobile. Don't forget that.
Your brewery is with you.
We're not going to take it along with us, our brewery, right?
Sometimes.
Damn it! Shut up! I'm in a game.
You can block people on Discord and Steam.
This is the thing. I want to talk to him, just not at the moment.
Alright. That's
what would you like to call this?
I thought we went with Pitfire. Yeah.
Pitfire? Okay.
Yeah, and the slang for it can be burning cell, so that it's not a. So.
Yeah, sorry, I missed it because you guys were discussing that name. So yeah, you have 3 barrels of this stuff. What would you like to do with it?
I would like to take a taste test.
It is a spicy wine. Spicy amber.
Okay.
Is it good?
It is. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's very, very strong. You do have to take it in shots, otherwise you're gonna blind yourself quite quickly.
I give it 5 burning throats out of 10. In the fact that if I drank any more, I'd go blind.
If you have a match in front of you, when you burp, you have a flame come out.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm good enough of a chemist to know how to distill that I don't get too much methanol. Because people don't go blind from ethanol. It's methanol that is probably.
Fair enough. But like, still. Okay.
Yeah, methanol can be nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
That's fair enough. It was just I don't know about brewing. Okay.
I mean, rather than going blind, you just can't get up. This is the second or third glass.
Yeah, if you drink too much too fast, you just collapse.
Got to make sure you've only got one carbon in that organic molecule rather than two.
Yeah, well,
Other way around.
Really? Oh, it was
Yeah,
eth.
ethanol has
Oh,
two
wait, it's
carbons.
meth, eth, prop. You're right, sorry.
So
Wah,
yeah,
wah.
now you've brewed your alcohol. That will take a few days. So, what would you like to do in the meantime?
I would actually like to investigate exactly what materials these strange body gloves are made of, and like dissect one a bit to see how it actually what it actually is and does.
Oh, the manacles.
No, the
No,
strange
no,
armor body
the
gloves.
strange body gloves, yeah.
Oh,
And
the
strange
strange-
gear.
The strange gear. Okay. Give me a tech use test.
Because I've also got trade armor.
Okay, you can give me a trade armor at +10.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
It's a sort of rubbery material. You don't really know. It's certainly nothing you use in clans.
It's just I've been wearing one and it feels really comfortable, but it's strange rubbery.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It because it fits you. It sits nicely. It doesn't chaff anywhere or anything. If anyone else tries to wear one, it's like pinches in places and is saggy in others, and it just doesn't work. It is a strange rubbery material. You don't know if you could be able to resize these without like ripping them apart.
But if we had two per se, you might be able to.
Yeah, if
We
you had to,
have-
you could cut it apart and rip it and stitch it together. But
Okay.
you think you'll lose the effect of it.
Really?
Its,
Okay.
its effectiveness will be diminished.
So is there any way to fit it to someone?
They seem to be designed for a certain body size and body type,
Ah.
and that is that. Like, it was sheer luck that Faye managed to find one that fit her. Like, it's still uncomfortable slightly. They seem to they might even be tailored to the person.
Did that second one I picked up fit me deadly?
No,
Okay.
One.
none of the.
The one
I made you
yeah.
all roll. Yeah,
Alright.
I made you all roll, and the only one that fits Faye, the only one that fit anyone was fit to Faye.
Cry.
Yeah, they all had like not because you guys are clansmen, so you tend to have a much more stronger frame and hardy frame. Whereas these people seem to have much more of a slimmer, agile frame.
Probably Voidborn.
Not necessarily. They weren't pasty.
Ah.
Voidborn tend to have a sulken, pasty, spindly look.
Yeah. Those were just extremely slender.
Yeah, they're more like a gymnast build than a scarecrow's build.
Okay. May I also attempt tech use armorer?
Yeah, you may try and
Yeah.
trade armor at +10.
Right. Deadlight written up so
Um,
it's 5.
May I instead use tech use at +10 because I also have trade armor?
Sure.
Can I use my diagnoser and Comtour?
What is your... You can use your computer. Your diagnoser is for... what exactly?
It's normally to basically find out infections and such stuff, and parasites. And
I'll give you a
Various-
+5 to this.
So I get a +10 from the combi tour, +10 from having trade armorer, another +5 from the diagnoser.
So plus 25.
Mhm. and +10 from foresight.
Oh yeah, forgot that. Yeah, sure, go for it.
Those are
8
9
degrees.
degrees again?
You suspect that these particular suits might be some sort of synth skin.
Oh, that was interesting.
However, these seem to be tailor-made to the person,
Mm-hmm.
and if someone else was trying to wear them, it would A, dwindle the effect, but even if you resized it to someone and you had to cut it, there'd definitely be gaps because of where you've been stitching.
Mhm.
It's
So
designed.
that was. So that might have been some sort of super special stealth agent.
Yeah,
Okay.
it appears to be some sort of stealth force.
Mhm.
The strange gear, on examination, while most of it is broken, seems to be towards that sort of thing.
Mhm.
Smashed apart strummers, photo lenses, all smashed apart and broken. You're not able to reconstruct any of it, but you can definitely work out roughly what it does through various ripping it apart like 6 examples and sticking them back together.
So
you know.
yeah, infiltrator gear.
Yeah, infiltrator gear. Unfortunately, not much of it was recoverable.
Mhm.
It was all very delicate, and crashing into the ground at high speed did not help it at all.
But hey, our sniper now has a synth skin.
Your sniper does indeed have a synth skin.
Woohoo!
It is an armored synth skin, and gives you 3 armor to all locations. And if you
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the Amundsen skin from?
that is the stealth gear that they found.
Oh, damn it! Why?
She rolled a
Right.
natural 1,
Yeah.
so the reason, to the rest of you, this wouldn't really help, regardless of what you did. You might be able to dwindle the effects, so you're a bit hard to spot with a Auspex or something, but you would still be able to be picked up on it. Only if you're not wearing armor.
Yeah, my armor was 3. The armor that Brismer made was 3, and the straight body glove is also 3. So I'm just wearing the body glove.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. You can get a +10 then.
Cool.
Mhm.
Looking sharp.
Yeah. It's like a well-fitted stealth suit, effectively.
Mhm.
So.
I still can't stop thinking about Pepsi Man.
What the fuck is Pepsi, man?
It's something very old.
Really old. Let me go dig a picture up of Pepsi Man.
Okay, Deadlight.
Me.
I would like to go and talk to the X-Man.
X-Men.
X-Man. Xavier.
Oh, Xavier. Yeah. Okay. I've seen this after a few days.
Yeah, well, no, I'd rather have it done before, so potentially stuff that takes days could be done in the meantime, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, you're on leave for maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks.
Cool. That depends on how long we can evade our officers.
Yeah, it's you did do your success at destroying the shuttle and bringing back multiple officers has earned you some leave time.
Nice.
So then, and your officers aren't massive dicks; they have other Riders they can use.
Oh, maybe you can do it.
But yeah, you have enough stealth time to do 1 or 2 things each, especially if it requires a few days. But not you're not here for a month, effectively.
Does
So-
someone want to get imprinted to a
Yeah,
PC?
I would.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll come back to
I
that.
will, once they're all gone, I guess I'll just stay behind.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can come back at a later time. It's fine.
I'll
While they're
just-
all admiring baby Swingaks.
Yeah.
How would go over these?
No, I want to go by the baby Swingax.
Okay, fair enough.
Nobody can resist the baby Sorniak,
Yeah.
even if they are a bit bitey.
They only bite off your fingers instead of your hands. It's a definite improvement.
And the purple Swingaks dribble more. So they have lots of holes in the floor.
This is why we give everybody who wishes to hold a baby Sorniak carapace gauntlets. Take them off. Whatever you do, please don't take them off.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, I'll just
It's actually a Houndmaster's specialist gear. They get a set of card-based cards.
Only protects the hand.
say to them,
Yeah.
I don't suppose, considering you're interested in the Xenos, you'd be interested in certain gear that they may or may not have had.
Perhaps. What sort of gear are you considering of offering?
I hold up the body gloves. It's like these do not appear. These don't fit me, and I don't think I could really change them in any way that would let them fit me. So, I mean, they certainly seem to be interesting,
He looks
I
like
guess.
unusual material for synthskin, but synthskin nonetheless. Very well. He like folds them up. His hands like split apart and just like roll them up really kind. Like these lower arm splits, so there's like got two lower arms on each side, and so you can just fold them up really quickly.
Oh, also, I don't know if it was put in Scavenge Gear, but I do have on Peepo's sheet that I kept a visor from one of the stealth Trellians.
Okay, so how the scavenger works is the stuff that no one takes individually.
Oh, okay.
If
I'll
you
put
have
it-
taken stuff individually, you need to keep track of that. I only ask, I only say, look, if no one's taking this, does this go onto scavenger gear?
Yeah.
Which is why there
Okay.
is 6 strange patterns of last guns, but only 9 strange patterns or... Sorry, there are 12 strange last guns, but only 9 strange armor gloves.
Okay, that was
3
my fault.
people took synth skins.
That was my fault, so we'll worry about it next time we
Yeah,
go to camp.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
So I'll also hand over an ionized plasma pistol.
common, but interesting nonetheless.
I do, in addition to those, have a couple of power daggers.
Looks at one of them. Interesting fighter weapon. Heard the Moradins are quite skilled with them. Folds it away.
And I think that's most of what I've got. But in exchange, perhaps, for these items, I don't suppose you could maybe take out some of the power field generators on these other 2 power daggers I have and apply them to this chainsaw.
I suppose I could do something after a bit of work. It wouldn't be very effective as it would require multiple power fields to power the same chainsword. Probably wouldn't be balanced afterwards, unfortunately.
That is unfortunate, but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
He nods and it goes very well. The chainsword will count as having a power field. What's its current pen?
Its current pen is 2, but it's a chainsword.
It will go up to 4 then. But it loses balance if it already has it.
Does it get a damage modifier?
It will get +1 damage.
Okay.
I mean, it's a power field, so... And the extra 2 pen is quite good.
Yeah. Especially for a
So-
weapon that has razor sharp.
I just have razor, Jesus. But yeah, you know.
I
+1 damage, +2 pen, loses balance, or gains unbalance if it doesn't have balance.
suppose for some additional amasec, don't suppose you could perhaps modify these items, and I hand over a phase rifle. A pair. The deployable shields are like the Jackal shields in Halo, right? The big ones.
Yeah.
One of those, and the arm shields to fit me.
You want... Okay, so what are you offering him, and what are you...
So, I'm offering him half a case of high quality amasec to modify a deployable shield, some of those arm shields, and a phase rifle to work with.
Is that really a Xavier trait?
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, he's the only tech priest that deals in Xenotech, isn't he?
Nope.
Oh, does Tail do it as well?
cares
Yeah.
when you get a
Right,
high enough
cool.
level.
That is rather a tailed trait.
Right, in that
Yeah.
case,
Because Xavier is assumed to have very much specialized in the biology.
Yeah, he kind of
Oh,
look.
no.
To be fair, I think I will distinct them a bit more. So he won't do the chainsword stuff because he's like, look, I know I've got some exotic gear, but it wasn't really who made it. I am more in the area of the Xeno. The
well, do you have
bargain.
anything you would mind trading for those items I'm handing over then?
He thinks for a moment. I have some interesting solutions.
I've heard of them, and I do honestly quite like my eyes and my skin and being alive. Those are all generally things that I like doing, so I'd have to turn you down on the solutions.
Not even
But thanks
solution
to the
number
offer.
5?
Uh,
Lets you see the world.
it's fun. I've heard it's fun for a good time, but I kind of prefer being more in control of my own senses.
You don't want that random plus 40 minus 40 to test. And the ability to not use logic.
Hmm.
Man, I love that you were like, look, you just can't use logic.
Yeah, you're right. I should include that in the write-up, actually.
Does anyone know if you have even have logic?
We were in quite a high power game, and he was like, look, you just can't use logic under the effects of these drugs.
To be fair, I haven't seen logic used very often, so.
If you're a tech priest or someone who has high logic, you can actually use it for a lot of stuff. It's pretty useful.
Yeah, you can also use it in gambling, which no one seems to try. But
Right,
yeah,
so-
he's like, look, I know what you've heard about Dragon Squad, but I'm not the one to talk to you. There are others in Dragon Squad who specialize in it.
Oh, so I should go and see the other guy.
He nods, yes.
Okay.
That'd be most beneficial. Now, if you wanted an extra limb, that's more up my alley. I'm always looking for volunteers for experimentation.
Well, while I'm not honestly the biggest fan of something like an extra limb, I don't suppose you've got anything that would make me tougher. I seem to take a lot of hits. A lot of hits. Perhaps too many.
He thinks for a moment and he goes, how are you with all your eyes glowing? Your eyes glowing and possibly growing a third one.
Would the third one be beneficial?
It would glow.
Well, I never take this helmet off. But would it make me tougher?
Potentially.
How potentially?
What's my D100?
Is this potentially as in there's no reason it couldn't happen, or is this potentially as in I think there is a decent chance this will make you tougher?
There's 77% chance then it'll make you tougher.
Alright.
Okay. He takes you aside and strips you, sticks you in a tank. And it's like, I will have to administer a number of doses over the course of several days.
I see. In that case, I have a thing I need to do first, so I'll
Yeah.
meet you back here in a couple of hours.
Yeah, he's very well. Do what preparations you do, such as last will or whatever.
So basically, like, so a few days. Where the hell?
To be fair, I was thinking about doing something similar to this.
What, to go to Xavier and ask for experimental treatment.
Yes.
It's because I have the brave trait.
I thought
Yeah,
I had wait, wrong character.
Oh, does no one get that Crusader Kings 2 reference?
I do.
Yay!
The only reason why I haven't done it is because Dragonfly is paranoid.
The real question is he going to hit me with a goat?
What?
Was it good?
I'll
Like
take you.
Crusader Kings 2. Have you not read the experimental treatment stuff? One of them, right? I think it was for cancer. He goes and rubs a goat on your face, and suddenly you're cured.
No, it's just random which ones you get.
Yeah, but I know. But one of the ones was he rubs a goat on your face and you're cured.
I know. I like the one where he gets like a dead hand, which is like covered in warts, and just pokes you with it, and you're cured of cancer. It's like, what the hell?
There's also one where he just takes dead flesh and just rubs it all over your body.
Yeah, no, that's the hand.
Is that the hand? I thought that was just
Yeah.
random flesh that's just rotten.
No, it's like a dead hand.
Ah,
And
that's
the ones where he takes off a leg or turns into
That one is
less
actually
helpful, but just as fine.
this actually ancient superstition I know of. It's not just a dead hand; it's a hand of executed murderer. That was believed to heal all sorts of ailments.
Yeah, it doesn't. It does actually in Crusader Kings 2. Or they just cut off your, like your dick or your face, which are both equally stupid.
Arumba had a playthrough. If you've ever watched it, where he played as the Jews,
Oh my gosh, yes.
and the entirety of the time he kept getting the cancer.
The cancer. Not cancer,
The.
the cancer.
The cancer.
Anyway, right. So yeah, what do you people, what is next? Balto,
I
yours.
need to go and see Tail, but I mean, can I just do the same trade I did with him that I did with Zayla?
I've forgotten what the trade. For the dagger, yes. He'll
Cool.
do the dagger. He won't do any others at the moment, because he's got, like, a bunch of stuff to do.
Okay.
He's got, like, a backlog of finishing your atlas, studying the ghost, doing your sword, yelling at the, Kyopio.
Yeah, for blowing up their camera.
They're Taurus. Taurus.
Taurus, yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, people want to go see the baby Snowgax.
Mhm.
Baby Scorn Yaks.
Stable master, he gestures to one of the nests, and like, yeah, you're just in time. The eggs are just ready to hatch. He gestures.
Ah.
You see
They're
like one of the
finally
eggs.
ready?
Yeah, you see like one of the eggs crack, and like baby Snow go meh, 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 meh. It just like lazily sticks its face at the egg and does nothing else.
Yeah, almost said Chef War. Dragonfly will go in and just start doing the basic, this is what you do for the babies stuff.
Yeah.
Who wanted one to be specifically imprinted? Was that Faye?
That was fair,
Yep.
I believe.
Stables.
I will have Faye come in with me then. I'll hand him extra gauntlets. So,
Can somebody roll me a 1d100, please?
I'll roll.
Faye's rolling it.
Um,
Nat 100.
Yeah. Might
No.
not necessarily be bad.
no, I'm going to say in this situation it is. So yeah, Dragonfly shows you like one or two of them. Now, Swingaks often lay broods, and sometimes the broods are mixed. So it's like, yeah, you know, you might get like 3 normal Swingaks and 2 blue bellies. So he's showing you the various, like, he's like, you know, he teaches you with like 2 of the normal ones. 2. Okay. And as you go, you know, you do the sort of thing of like, you just pick an egg and you sort of like watch it as it pokes its head out. And you realise, as it pokes its out, it like pokes its head out and like starts eating the egg shell.
It's like it's normal that they eat their eggshells.
They eat anything organic.
They literally, you throw anything on that floor that they can chew, they will probably eat it. As long as it's not
Yeah.
the size of them, even then they might still try to eat it.
Oh no, they will try and eat it. They'll just take longer to do so. You realise as it's really really agile even for a child, a youngling.
Yingling.
Youngling.
Yingling.
Actually.
It's a ling.
Ling Ling.
Zerglings! You realise, actually, it is a greater black spine.
Ooh. Stay away from its mouth.
So, a greater black spine has just imprinted on.
I'm pissed.
I mean, Serene, if you want to roll a 1d100, you're more than welcome to.
Goddamn right I want to. Damn.
Join the Greater Black Spine Club. Enjoy your acid burn scars.
I would have been super happy and also super annoyed if he got a fucking salvage dragon, because that is like my in-character goal. I will get me one.
Well, it's a venom
Yeah,
dragon.
It was a toss-up between a salvage dragon and a greater black spine.
Feels bad.
That's why I rolled a 1d2. Yeah, no. The ones you seem to sit on, the ones you hatch are just like the normal ones. Some normal Swingak, some purple spines, like a blue spine, blue belly.
A blue belly.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like nothing like super exotic or rare like the black spine.
Seeing that Dragonfly just kind of like snaps her fingers, not like that, like I really fucked up on this one, but like, man, lucky. Not many people get imprinted with one of those. I'm really actually jealous.
Oh yeah, it is. It is really like devastating. Yeah, no, a lot of the young Swingak eat the eggshell or eat each other's eggshell. They just don't care.
I will grab some, probably there's meat somewhere, and look it up, grab some meat and start feeding it.
Yeah. Eats the meat, then eats the bone. Swingaks do not care for your petty organic matter, they will eat it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems happy. It squeaks. It's very fast. Whereas a lot of them are, they're sort of like in a large metal box that might have once been an ammo box, but is now sort of modified. The purple spine is already trying to climb out of it.
Bit of professional advice here. I would recommend you tie a bell around its neck, because otherwise, if you lose it, you're never finding it again.
This is true.
That is also true.
They keep a number of bell collars on hand just in case.
We also
and make sure the bell collar is nowhere it can draw on, because otherwise the bell collar will be gone and you'll never see it again.
we're not even going to tell you how much maintenance we have to do. Thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it
like,
gets so bad we have to put like a muzzle on it that just falls off in the next hour.
There's like 2 or 3 dedicated handlers that are like always called on hand just to deal with these. They are not rare, but also require that level of maintenance.
Falcon was in fact one of those specialized handlers.
As was his brother, Sparrow. Or
Whatever his name was.
Oh, I can't believe you managed to get a character killed in the first session, Jesus. But like, what was happening was I was running games and people getting their characters killed in like the first or second session. I was like, what the hell is happening? Everyone's dying! I ran an entire campaign of clans and like 3 people died, 2 of which were Bacon. And one of which was... No, like 4 people died, 2 of which were Bacon and 2 of which were Serene, one of the characters he wanted to actually kill because he didn't like them.
Wait, Bacon is people?
Bacon is people.
Bacon is people.
I killed Bacon like 3 times in that campaign.
Where is Bacon?
I have no idea, he turns up when he damn well pleases.
Wait, let's be fair, it's probably a really good thing that Deadlight has Bacon as a player, because Deadlight has no self-control. It's good that Bacon has taken up a slot.
Yeah, I have no self-control. I have 12 people in Emu. I've purposely ignored Discord because I know I will check Emu and just get bursts of laughter. That's soap opera.
Hey, we are dedicated and we will keep it going.
I absolutely love it. I love that like the meme regiment turned into such a like awesome thing. Like everyone's taking it really seriously. But anyway, so yeah.
Damn right.
Anyone else want to try and imprint on a youngling, a hatchling?
I wasn't sure what the fuck.
1d100, please.
might as well.
You want to try Falcon before you go off to the tank?
Oh yeah, why not?
When we're on
Do I roll a 1d100 or was it Deadlight?
Mm-hmm. No, you roll one.
Nah, you roll it for me, Deadlight.
Okay. 80. So yeah, Tyr and Bresimir, you both imprint are no, not Bresimir. Hayden and Falcon. I will remember people's names at some point. Yeah, you print on the purple spines, which are the guard dog ones.
I have no idea
Maybe you
what any
imprint
of this
them.
means.
They're the ones with the paralytic poison.
Yeah.
If you look in Armory and you scroll right the way up to the top, all the different Cerngaks are listed.
There's guard lizards.
Yeah, the purple spine are the guard lizards. I had a great session with Grey where we just sat down and made like 6 different types of Cerngak.
Yeah.
Brisbane, however, you get quite lucky.
Mhm.
You actually managed to hatch and imprint on what is going to make Serene very, very jealous, a greater Cerngak.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
I'm pissed.
Blessed by the angel of combustion.
That's because you rolled a 10. I was saying in my mind, if anyone rolled a 10 or whatever, they got a lucky special one.
Pissed.
So yeah, you imprint on a greater Cerngak. They do take years to grow though,
Yeah. Of course.
so
That's the.
they have the maturity rates, but they are by far. It is a great blessing to be hatched by one of those because they are seen as. They're more revered, even though the greater black spine is rarer.
I'm pissed.
Cerise is going to go suck in the corner now for the next 3 hours.
Which one?
My bed is in a corner, and I usually use my laptop in my bed. So I'm
So-
already in the corner. I'm just sulking now.
Brisimir has imprinted on one of the greater Swangaks, which is the size 6 ones. Which
They have 40 wounds.
Oh, that. What the fuck?
What did I get, Deadlight?
You got the you just got a purple spine
Cool.
imprinted. I mean, they're all hatchlings, and they're gonna all take at least a year to be like even remotely usable. But you know, you can definitely train them. And
Long term, guys, it's cool. Long term.
It's just a honor thing to be imprinted by a Svangak.
I'm
gonna note it down as
So-
much again.
It's still long term.
Yeah.
I mean, by nature, they take a while to grow.
So yeah,
If we're done with the Sworngaks, I want to go see my my Verghast Crusader friend.
yeah, he's still completely ununderstandable.
Yeah. I nod to him as if I understand whatever the fuck he's saying, and I will offer him some alcohol. I will actually bring him like a small flask of the what did we call it? The fire pit.
Fire.
Pit fire. And I make him understand somehow. I'm not sure how. That this shit is strong, and I should go easy on it.
He seems to understand and still like takes a massive swig of it.
And then he falls on his ass.
You can tell that his conversation is much more slurred. But then yeah, he just starts following you around like a sheep.
Oh, he does?
Clatters.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Is he in armor?
yeah, he's in full plate armor.
That's clattering.
Do you have a Verghast companion now?
You can't understand a single word he says.
That's fine. That's perfect.
He seems to understand you vaguely, but like,
Well, he might even speak your language, but they're stuck-up bastards.
yeah.
Given enough time, people could probably teach you, but people's also an alien, so.
So, please tell me
Polyglot.
this guy is my companion now.
Yeah, he's your companion.
Very good.
God damn it. You're gonna try to give this guy an order, and there's like a 10% chance he'll do it. You have to roll a
No,
D100.
no, no. He does the Verghast understand Low Gothic. They just
don't
don't
speak
care
it.
to speak it
Ah,
because they're staggered bastards.
I thought that was just a joke. Okay, no, they're just assholes. God.
Yeah, they are. Like, I got fed up of having to talk to them all the time and them constantly looking down, so I got High Gothic as my thing. Why down?
I need to find a name for him now.
Yeah.
It has to be like a really high fucking noble name, though.
Yeah. I will give you stats for companions between this session and next.
Alright.
I've noted down in salvage gear which ones you've been who's been imprinted on what. So if you want to,
We've salvaged some Forgex. Easy.
yeah, it's just the easiest one. I don't want to like write another handout and just
Yeah.
forget about it.
I didn't get the blue belly. Ah,
Oh,
damn it.
oh, sorry, you got blue belly. Sorry.
Mhm.
I mean, you're flipping handler.
Yeah, I'm a handler, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But blue bellies are cool, damn it. They have a corrosive spray. So badass and so fucking annoying to deal with.
Yep. So, what do you do now? Falcon goes and sits in a tank for 3 weeks. Well, not 3 weeks.
Oh, a few
Several
days.
days.
I
Uh,
want to go ask Thale if he will attempt to make some barding for a few of the smaller Sworniacs I have. Specifically the Illuminate and the Guard Dog.
right. Tail.
Yeah, Thale.
He's kind of already a bit busy.
I'll
I
just
mean,
ask him like when he has time to do it. It's not like I need it now.
Yeah, he says he will consider it when he's got time.
Okay. That's all I wanted to ask.
Dio, can you roll me 3D 100, please?
Yes.
3D100.
Well, for starters, your eyes are now glowing.
My eyes are now what?
Glowing.
Awesome.
It doesn't look natural.
But he has his helmet on, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Your skin's definitely come a bit darker.
Nice. Well, darker or like thicker?
Yeah, it does feel a bit more thicker. I will say it counts as 1 point of natural armor.
Awesome.
You're already ridiculously tanky, but you don't do the stormtrooper thing you're meant to, which is to actually tank.
Yeah.
Instead, you hide in trees like a fucking idiot, and then run onto my hidden tokens.
I do tank. It's just that I'm not tanking when these idiots are going to shooting themselves and behaving stupidly. I will tank for a reasonable group of people behaving reasonably.
Okay, I would like to go back to the second session where you went into the village, went into the city, and instead of tanking for the party, you went into a different building.
Okay, well, I don't remember why, but I'm sure I was justified.
No.
Your whole reason was this building looks special.
Yeah.
And everybody else was like, we should check the building that we can hear things inside of. And you're like, no, this looks special.
Yeah, you were
Oh, wait,
climbing
no, I
around
remember
in
now.
empty building.
I thought it was dangerous and wanted you guys to go and die instead of me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That is just what we were.
No, I joke.
But that's actually his thought process at the time.
So Deadlight, was that all the effects?
You think that's all the effects.
Cool. I mean, I don't think that's all the effects, because you asked me to roll D100s and then told me 2 effects. But, what's his name certainly? Falcon certainly does.
Yeah, if I can. So you gain 1 point of natural armor.
Awesome.
Your eyes now glow, so if anyone actually inspects your eyes, you are immediately caught out as a mutant.
But I have 2 instead of 3, right?
You still only have 2 eyes.
Okay, cool. I mean, I can always lie and say they're cybernetic. Maybe.
Maybe.
No.
No? Why
You
not?
could probably lie and say you're on some weird Julianese drug.
That.
But
I mean,
Makes
they
more
could be
sense.
cybernetic.
You're better off just saying you're on Spook.
If we make the other guys, oh no wait, he's not getting cybernetics either. He's getting organic replacements. All right, fine,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I haven't decided what happens to him yet. Anyway, so yeah. Is anyone else doing anything?
I would like to go and bet on some things in the
okay.
snake pits. Like not actually take part in fights, but bet on the results.
Yeah. So as you are you all going as a group?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, well,
I'm going.
we still have around from last time we went there. Like, yeah, next time we're here, we'll come and bet again.
So yeah, as you're all moving through camp, you see there's like a bit of commotion up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in the shady parts at the moment.
Yeah, sure.
What's
Let's
going
have a
on?
look what's going on.
I like Tiz like knows exactly what's going on. So yeah, you sort of most of the crowd is just camp followers and stuff, like women, children, old people, and they all kind of part for guardsmen. And you see, there is two sisters battle actually.
Oh god.
One of them is built like a meat fridge. She's massive. You'd consider it to call her a space marine if she wasn't blatantly female. She's that sort of scale. The other one is much more reasonable, normal-sized human, even in power armor.
Is she as big
both
as the
of-
Greater Sword Gang, though?
Hmm?
Is she as big
Helga?
as the Greater Sword Gang?
No, Helga isn't as big as that. But no, both of them are wearing white armor, snow white armor with blue robes on top. You see the why there is a crowd going around. This is kind of like an outdoor bar. You're not sure which regiment or if it is any regiments, but the first sister battle, the one in the massive one, is chugging like an entire barrel of just Amasec. And there's like a guardsman there, just like, jeez, sort of sat there. He's a comrade. He's like, the other sister battle is just sort of watching in amusement.
We have to repeat fire.
No, we only have 3 barrels. And
We gotta. If we're gonna use it as trade, we gotta get its name out there.
That's true, and by giving it to these guys, that might actually, yes,
Get us killed.
She's gonna drink
get
it
us
all.
killed, but in a fun way.
The comrade, the comrade's like, I'm out. There's no way I can keep up with this person, and just like taps out and leaves. Like you see, like a lot of people like looking at this table, and it's like a decently sized table. Nobody wants to sit down. They're just kind of like admiring these two.
okay, yeah.
They're
Any
sis-
opposites about?
They're sisters of battle is the thing.
Yeah.
You mentioned this is a kind of bar?
Yeah, it's kind of like an outdoor bar.
Oh.
I mean, that is the reaction sisters of battle usually get, right?
Yes. However, your sisters of battle usually don't chug entire barrels of Amasec.
Fair enough.
Um,
But
And it-
they're still watched with a mixture of reference
yeah.
and fear.
It seems like the crowd seems to ignore the fact of how radical these sisters are compared to their image. So yeah, do you approach this
What do they
Yes.
serve in this bar?
Amasec of various sorts? This isn't the snake pits. This is just a bar. So
We're doing a. Got to do a tour of the snake pits before, a tour of the other bars before you go to the snake pits, so you can get thrown out as drunk faster.
so
Yeah, we could do that.
okay. I'm trying to work out what you guys are doing.
So,
I walk up to the table.
Yeah.
I'll walk up too. But this is interesting.
The
I'll stay in the crowd, not exactly what.
I just
okay.
go to the bar and get one drink.
That's fair enough. The smaller sister, she has red hair. She has like a red gingery hair, and she's quite decent. And she's like quite pretty. She doesn't have any scars on her face, and she's got very nice looking features. She like gestures and take a seat. I'm always up for company. She's
I'll
like
take
sitting.
one.
Yep.
And I'll have my Illuminate Sworniac just kind of climb up my back and rest its head on my shoulder. It's well behaved, don't worry.
That's an interesting beast you got there.
Yes, there are many at the stables. This one is one of mine. His name is Globe.
Interesting name.
When
Helga
she
slams
said
the
that-
empty barrel on the table. It like dents the table.
Jesus. I mean, God Emperor.
She like wipes her mouth. Just like looks at them. Brr.
I imagine it just squeaks back. It's like, eh.
So you guys
who's-
new in town? I've been here before.
The smaller sister nods, yes, and unfortunately we've been lumped with guard duty of all bloody things.
Mhm.
Oh.
Hmm.
I assume you don't like cards?
Helga's like, we came here to kill. Like, wow, that's totally wrong. Oh my gosh. Helga enjoy the. I can't do a deep female voice. Helga enjoy the crushing of Xeno and heretic skulls, and instead Helga guard.
Would anybody have been against me taking a canteen of the Pitfire?
Not at all.
That's fine.
Sure.
Because I want to hand it off to these people.
Which one? Which of the two do you hand it off to?
I know the big one is scary. Does the smaller one look like she's against drinking?
The smaller one's got like just like a normal bottle of, effectively what a bottle of beer looks like, just like drinking that.
I'll
Give to Helga, give to Helga.
I will kind of hand it to the smaller one. It's like, well, you guys might want some of this, because I mean, your sister's a battle. You're legends amongst us nobodies. I'll hand it to her, kind of like trying to make it seem like as like a gift, just I have to give you something. So.
Yeah, she takes it and it's like, we're just loyal servants to the Emperor. She takes a swig and is like, ooh, this is very strong. Takes another swig. And then she hands it to Helga. Do you object?
No. Go ahead.
Helga takes it, downs it, and then just belches.
Of course she does.
Like,
Rob.
yeah. This is why you don't let PCs play Sisters of the Battle. You end up with sisters like this.
No, if you let play PCs plays a battle, they either go either way, either like this or very smart and staying away from shit.
No, these Sisters of Battle are very smart, but very killy.
Weirdly enough, Helga's calligraphy is on point.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I would expect no less.
Suddenly you see the crowds part, and the third Sister of Battle joins them. She's a bit taller than the first one. She kind of walks up, glares at everyone, and then just sits down.
My Sworniac just kind of like looks at her, kind of like in that kind of like puppy dog, like, oh hi, you're new.
This one looks a bit more. She's got instead of the other two have like small backpacks, power packs. This one's got more of a jetpack. She looks at the she just looks at everyone.
Hey, Deadlight, how intensely do my eyes glow?
They're not intensely, but they're obvious in like
Okay, cool.
anything that isn't bright light, effectively.
We're in
it
bright light
like-
right now.
We
Oh,
are.
I see what you're getting at, Dio.
Yeah, it's daylight. Probably not.
Okay, cool. That's good.
You probably don't wanna be with
Be
Valerie
a
at nighttime,
mutant in front of a sister of battle.
Yeah.
especially one of them.
If you're wearing like full eye protection or like a full helmet or something, like the glow isn't visible.
Cool. I got my aviators on at all times.
It's fine. Someone who's observant might be able to spot the glow around aviators, but aviator shades, right?
Yeah, aviators are like the really big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they're pretty much the biggest sunglasses you can get that aren't stupid novelty ones.
Yeah.
Also, incidentally, they are the coolest looking sunglasses you can get.
Imagine like 80s American cops.
Yeah.
You ever seen Top Gun?
No, actually.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I play an Imperial Navy game, and so I should probably watch that. But anyway, yeah. So the first sister, the smallest one, goes. I'm Rin, and who are you three?
I am Svorn Warden Dragonfly.
Svornjorn Vordenorden.
I am Svorn Warden Warden. I'll have you know, and you must say it all.
Welcome,
like
approve of this name. Sorry.
Yeah. Was bit much Pitfire for you.
Now, Sworn Warden. God damn it! Sworn Warden Dragonfly. Yeah, I promise. Sorry, I've been drinking a bit of what you guys just had, but I've had a little bit more.
Rin just chuckles. Are the other two going to introduce themselves?
Yeah.
I'm Hayden. I wave with my cybernetic arm. From clans.
Clans? The first one asks.
Yeah, clans.
Yeah.
Do you like the drink?
Rin nods, yes. Yeah, I like it very much. At this point, the third sister, who hasn't said anything at this, says, I believe when they say clans, they mean the 7th Scoriel Salvage Recovery Regiments.
The who?
Yeah, the 7 clans of Scoria. What's this weird name you're giving us?
Rin kind of, oh, right, yeah, sorry, you guys tend to keep to yourselves. Don't come into camp much.
Falcon will introduce himself by tipping his glasses, like enough that they're visibly tipped, but not enough to ever like reveal the eyes, and just go, ladies.
That gets a roll from the third sister, who hasn't said her name yet.
I want Helga to break Falcon. Can Helga please break Falcon?
I think Tyr has died.
No, but seriously, thank you for the work you do for just good loyal servants of the Emperor. Something.
Tyr says his Discord has possibly died. Oh.
Okay, cool, awesome. Yeah, I did see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Making sure.
Rin gestures to Hayden's arm. You've been on the front recently?
Yes. Yeah. Lost my arm against filthy Xenos.
You had the opportunity. You had the opportunity to lose an arm.
Yeah, it was pretty great. I pull out my data slate and we'll show like the picture of the giant Tau vehicle exploding with us in the foreground.
Like all three sisters like lean in to look at this with like great interest.
It's literally just captioned. It's like, because I've had some time, it looks like a what do they call, postcard with "Wish You Were Here" underneath.
Rin actually pulls out her own data slates and says, "Do you mind if I get a copy of it?"
Absolutely. Although some of the stuff is, you guys can probably have it all.
Okay.
It's not our fault if the spooks. I have a bunch of pictures, like of the inside of the place, more cool shots of it exploding, the Nagi absolutely laying waste to everyone else. Cool pictures.
No, she is totally fine with having them. Yeah.
No, people was.
People was inside a lot of the time, or probably not in shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you,
Or has a clearly photoshopped on guardsman. It's like a really poorly photoshopped on version of.
It's just like a guardsman
Falcon.
head with a label that says "totally a guardsman."
No, it's an old picture of people that they just like photoshopped, and it's like
Yes.
Like really badly done as well. There's like little bits of whites around the edge and.
I do not have a trade photoshopper yet.
But no,
Maybe we should.
yeah, no.
I
The
should
three,
grab trade image manipulation. Sorry, Deadlight.
yeah, no. The three sisters seem really happy to like look through the photos.
Nice.
And yeah. Do you
should
do wish?
really. I just look at it, I was like, you really should come talk to us clans. We're not as crazy as some say we are.
And we make the best moonshine in the entirety of camp. Although, don't let anyone. I mean, you can tell whoever you want because you're. Yeah, but keep it on the down low would be nice.
Helga enjoy a good moonshine.
No, I also serious. I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't face any problems, but Svungax can be pretty testy.
Don't approach any of them without one of us. It will actually try to take your hand off, and a lot of us clans don't like seeing them hurt. So.
Rin just like raises up an armored power gauntlet.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't look as nice with acid stains on them.
Mm-hmm. Or a corrosive spit.
Yeah.
Rin kind of shrugs. I'd rather it looked battle worn than constantly pristine and due to being stuck in camp on a guard duty on a world which is full of heretics and xenos.
Come by the stables in the clan's regiment. I will help you with that.
Yeah.
How battle worn? Do you want it like holes in it, or do you just kind of want a little bit melting? Like both.
I may take you up on that offer, Rin says.
Just don't let the. Just remind me. Don't let the blue bellies chew on it too much.
She nods at this. The third sister, who hasn't said anything, is just kind of half scowling, half just admiring pictures. She doesn't say much.
well, would anyone like another drink? I've brought over a tray with several cups.
Ring glances at the other two. Helga's like, yes, 3 more drinks.
Gosh.
I don't know where this voice is going, or this accent. It's just like all over the place.
Me love drink. Me want more.
Helga,
Helga show you cool trick. Downs them all in one go. Trick
yeah,
cool.
Ring goes, yeah, probably get a few extra for... I'll have one, Valerie will have one, and Helga will probably have about 4. At least.
It's like, I'll return with another tray then. Because it's like everything already on the tray.
Good idea.
At this point, I'll set Globe or not and pet it.
Fair enough.
Just
Yeah,
trying to not touch the sisters about it because they might break my arm.
Oh yes, Deadlight. I mean, I just want to preface this. I'm completely paying full attention to your game, but also I just completed the jumping puzzle in the Vermintide castle.
Lobby.
Yeah. Sorry.
I know you're paying attention because you're constantly laughing at Helga impressions. Oh gosh, that campaign was so good. So yeah. They will actually quiz you about like the front and the action you see and various other things.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They seem rather interested in not being in camp, and they constantly complain. Like, constantly.
Should we tell them about the fight pit? Or, well, let's not tell Helga, because Helga will actually kill people in the fight pit. Should we tell the non-hulking masses of meat about the fight pit?
Well, they're all kind of sat together. Valerie, the one with the jump pack, doesn't seem to say much. She does comment every now and again, but she's a bit more reserved than the other two. She tends to put, she on occasion pokes at Rin. Rin seems to be the most talkative, and actually has social skills compared to Helga. Helga's like, yes, more drink. Helga hate guard duty. Fresh Xeno skulls.
Yeah, we've been
Yes,
a
those are the
lot
three.
on scout duty recently.
If that's what you can call it.
Aggressive scouting.
Aggressive scouting.
Yeah.
No, but like they listen to, they are caught up on every word you tell them of combats and fronts and such. And when if you talk about anything much more, they tend to grumble a bit.
We'll tell them about how we amazingly and single-handedly took out an entire Nagi.
Yeah, no, they accept every word.
Awesome.
The best I can offer is stories about Sporniak fights.
Yeah, no, they seem interested in that as well. Rin says she'll go down there definitely. Valerie,
I can pick you now. I mean, I have no reason to go to the fight pits. I was just going because everybody else was.
she's like, yeah, sure, why not? Care to come, Valerie? Very well. She stands up,
Away we go.
and the two.
Alright, we'll hand Rin a box of chocolates.
Why, thank you, Guardsman.
Smooth.
Oh my gosh.
I really want Helga to just snatch and be like, me like chocolate!
I'll also hand Helga a box of chocolates, but
Helga.
once the other two have gone.
Yeah. Rin is like, oh well, thank you, Guardsman. I have to get you something. Puts them away.
What is that?
It's it started on tabletop gaming, and it's now a full webcomic about a sister of battle falling in love with a guardsman.
Oh,
Oh god, no.
Hmm.
That could only go so wrong.
yeah.
But yeah,
Doesn't
Helga.
last like 5 pages because the guardman dies the next day.
No, it's fun.
Yeah, Helga. She's not like quite as hawkish when it comes to like food and stuff. She tends to pansy chocolates. Eats them anyway. She's more like into drink and like eating like.
Helga's on the liquid diet.
Yeah, like no, it's not. It's like she will. If she eats, she tends to eat like massive like legs of meats and stuff, and just like trays of just ration bars.
She is the barbarian that walks into the inn and orders an entire goat leg.
Yeah, no, she is. Her original description was Helga the barbarian.
It's like, yes, bartender, I will have.
The entire bar and all your food. But yeah, Rin and Valerie follow you to the Svengak pits.
The one that wanted their gear to look all battle worn, I will take her straight to the blue bellies.
She was just joking. It was sort of it was more of a joke than actually wanting to do it.
I still take her.
Fair enough. Like Valerie sort of follows along. Interesting place.
Yes, most of the Sforniaks, the older ones, I probably won't take you into their pen specifically because they don't know you and they'll probably try to eat you. I say try. We keep them quite disciplined. Some of them.
Rin goes, they can try. Rin is wielding, has a bolter and a power sword. Valerie has 2 pistols and a sword.
It's not that they can try, it's that not many people like to see Sforniaks so purposely murdered. I mean, if you do kill one, they'll just be eaten by the others, but it's just safer for everybody involved.
They both nod in sort of understandments. But you reckon anything shy of a black spine, these 2 could take on quite easily.
I'm assuming there's like one really old salvage dragon that just kind of lays about due to age.
Yeah, there's a few of the older Svengaks and salvage dragons are like careful.
I'll let them go in there, but any other pens I won't let them enter.
That's right.
Unless there's a few handlers in there with them already. Just for safety.
These Svengaks seem to be a bit agitated by their presence. They're very strange. They have very odd smells. They're in this weird white armor with blue robes. But the older ones are quite docile. They're they're not they're the mounts of the elders that have still got mounts, so they're quite old and lazy. They're the sort of Sungak you use to help raise children on because they're not aggressive. They're not particularly aggressive.
Yeah.
They might take off someone's hand, but that's like once a year at most.
It's not common.
It's not really common. Like if you're being stupid and irritating them, yeah, maybe, but it's your own fault.
Don't remember, kids. Don't poke the salvage dragons.
Yeah.
They bite a lot. But yeah,
They won't just take your hand; they'll take you.
but yeah, no, they're more than happy to like be about and stuff. Valerie actually gets interested as you sort of like moving from vehicle to vehicle. She spots. What were you
Sorry,
gonna say?
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say she spots one of the actual temples to the Angel of Combustion. So,
Oh god damn it!
she
do you like the temple? It's to the Angel of Combustion. Praise be. And then I'll like throw up the sign of the Angel of Combustion.
Rin kind of rolls her eyes. Valerie goes, Angel Combustion? Is that some sort of saint I'm unaware of?
It's
Sure.
Yes. It's
To-
guardian saint of Scoria, our homeworld.
Yeah, I'll relay that. And I'll say you outsiders usually don't quite understand it too much, so we just... Us in clans, we see it kind of in similar aspect to how you would thank the God Emperor. We thank the Angel of Combustion a little bit more just for guiding our way with its glorious light, but we still do believe in the God Emperor, I'll say. Just trying to like please them a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, the Emperor's just so busy. I mean, you can't expect him to govern like every.
Yeah.
yeah. Like after you've given this explanation, she goes, and then walks in. There's like a few people like complaining and stuff, but she just like walks in and starts praying.
I'll walk in and pray with her.
Rin kind of just is like, I'll stay here with the swing axe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'll just kind of like put up a thumbs up. It's obvious that I'm kind of like trying not to piss the
Oh, hello. I think Discord just dies. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hello. Is this working?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, Serene stops in the middle of a sentence, and I was just started singing to fill dead air.
Oh, did it start connecting me or something?
No,
I could hear you the whole time.
I lost connection. So,
Oh.
Okay, that happens.
and like I didn't lose internet connection, but Discord decided to freak out. So,
Yeah, it's just like me a few minutes ago.
yeah. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. She walks in, she starts praying.
I'll pray with her for a little while, and if she ever like gives me like a mean mug for why I leave, I'll just say I have Sporniak's the character.
Yeah, no. She doesn't give you a judgmental look. She actually blesses you.
Ooh. I will happily accept this blessing.
I've actually got to go look what this blessing does.
Guys, this is the first time I've played a character that would accept a blessing.
You may have a single +10 to a roll of your choosing for the next within the next 2 sessions with this character.
Oh, nice.
Yes, the sisters actually do have are actually full contacts with actual static characters, or not static characters, but effects. Contacts. They're static contacts. Thank you. But yeah, she will bless you and just leave you to your work. Rin has, after a while, like she's examined like all the different Sungaks and then wandered off back to. You know, she's just kind of like enjoyed herself and then kind of gone back to doing whatever she does.
If she would have
Just kinda
stayed any longer, I would have had to fucking just give her a baby Sporniak.
I would have updated her contact to say she's
That
got a
would
baby
be
son.
interesting.
I mean, if she wants one, I can't say no to a sister battle.
It's like someone comes up to you and says, "What are you doing? Those are ours." It's like, you gonna say no to her?
Look at this! She could kill me! No!
Like a lot of these sort of more the elders who were around before the fall of Scoria, like, are doing like the sign of the Aquila and falling to their knees. A lot of the younger ones just seem to watch in awe because they're wearing full suits of power armor. That stuff is legendary to you guys.
Truly, they are blessed by the angel of combustion. Wait, no.
Yeah, it's sort of like that.
Yeah,
Just simply because they have such advanced gear.
like if she asks if she can keep one, she can take one. I'm not gonna stop her. That I don't want to catch him all around the face.
If the other clansman sees the elders,
Respond in such a way.
yeah, that would also tip them off that those those women are important in some way.
Yeah, like it's like no one stops them. Like it's the same effect as they had in camp, except this is a bit different because they're like praise the angel of combustion as opposed to praise the emperor. Is effectively the only difference.
Yeah.
So yeah. Wow, this session's been going for ages. I think I'm going to make this a 2-part camp session.
Cool. That's good, guys.
because-
I'd still like to do some stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to call it here because I know you guys want to do stuff in the stake pits, which might take a while. And yeah, I want to do some other stuff. I want to make some more contacts
Cool.
who do various things. But yeah, I have enjoyed this greatly.
I enjoyed this too.
I did
I
too.
think as well.
I did like you. I want to play some Vermintide. Just like one game before. Yeah.
Let me catch up on what's happening because like a million things have been asking me.
Cool. I mean, I've got to finish this game, so yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
But yeah, I greatly enjoyed. Are we voting for XP, or should we do that next week?
You can vote for XP. I'm giving you XP, so...
I vote for... Oh, I'm going to vote for Serene.
It was a hard
There's so
one.
many options. But yeah, Serene. Sorry, Grey. And Tyr. And everyone else.
It's fine.
That's fine.
I think I'm voting for Brismere.
I will vote for Faye.
I will vote for Falcon for the Alsmice.
Yay.
And Serene?
I vote for Dre.
So Grey, you gain 50 XP?
Yeah.
I might
Yeah.
take Dragonfly out for one combat session.
Like, I really enjoyed that. It was really, really fun. It's great to use the Sister of Battle contacts. I hope I represented Valerie and Helga accurately.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Valerie,
I think I found Helga for in the clans memory.
You want her?
In the clans memory, there's Helga.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much.
Well, I have that channel muted, sorry.
I do too.
Massive mug of... like, yeah, no.
Even the Space Marine looks surprised on the size of her mug, despite wearing a helmet.
Wait, you gave us 200 XP?
Yeah, I gave you 2 XP. I enjoyed that greatly. It was great fun. I know you didn't do, like, effectively didn't do much, but it was great to have you guys...
Hey, we did rough
Yeah,
stuff.
no, like to do character stuff as opposed to like making roles and such.
Yeah.
Like developing your characters, you know, all this stuff with the baby Sungaks and just the Sisters of Battle.
I'm still pissed that Gray got the fucking greatest one yet.
You're pissed that Grey got the phone guys, and you're also pissed that I got the greatest blacksmith one.
Yeah.
I'm not so much pissed about that one anymore.
Greatest Sungaks is easier to get than the Black Spine.
Yeah, I know, I'm pissed.
Like Black Spine, you would have to be you'd have to be effectively take the Stormtrooper class. Whereas Greater, you could potentially like butter up an Elder enough to get
To
one.
be fair, I actually don't care much about the greater black spine. I actually like the blue belly more, personally.
Oh, Bluebelly is decently easy to get. They're not too hard.
I actually like the blue belly more than the black spine.
Yeah, no.
But that's just a personal preference.
You could probably get the Bluebelly easy enough. Like if
Yeah.
you found a stable master and like busted them up a bit, you could probably get one.
Actually, does the ambush predator trade too? I can't find it.
Acts like a chameleon cook,
Ah,
but it's effectively how we gave it to the Sungax, to mounts, because they don't get gear. So
Well, you could easily just make a chameleon barding. Or something similar.
yeah, but it's easier to say they have a natural trait than to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, it was to represent they have it naturally.
Yeah.
Rather than...
Right. Oh my god.
I just love the amount of NPCs in my NPC tab. I have a human comrade. I have my regular Scorniac. I have an Illuminant Scorniac, and I have a guard dog Scorniac.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you next week. Bye.
See ya.